the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
This is the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 1025. We are doing it live, 1025. Welcome back, everybody. This is our Saturday bonus show. We do this every week because of the generous contributions of you, the viewers. We are 46.5% of the way towards our goal. If at any point during the show you want to toss us a couple bucks, it'll help us meet our goal. We'd really appreciate it. Helps helps keep the show going. Helps keep the lights on here. And you know what? In honor of this, I did this last week too. I'm going to go ahead and bring TTS down to $5.
Ever Sue-ooey.
Sue-wee.
We already got a $20 dono.
Yeah, thank you.
Now it's gonna be $5.
Yes. So now $5 TTS is now on, activated, ready to go. So
we're just giving away people having opinions. We're just giving away free opinions.
Yeah.
$5 opinions.
Before we get into the primary topic, which is the last night's debate, Nick Fuentes versus Mister Metokur, it was very interesting. I watched it. This man in this next video I'm about to play is doing something that should be illegal. It's possible. I mean, at least life in prison, maybe even the death penalty. And you know I'm against the death penalty. Watch what this guy's doing. Watch what this clown is doing in this next video. He's dipping a hot dog into what appears to be a Bud Light.
Why should this be
Do not
illegal?
defend this. Do not defend this.
Like, if it's a dry-ass hot dog.
No!
Like, the competitive eaters dip their hot dogs in their water to get them down.
No.
My guy's like, this hot dog would be better with beer. He's got condiments in the package, too.
Is it King Cobra's dad?
He's just got a nice food combo.
Yeah, food combo.
Where is he at? Do we know?
He's at a baseball game.
Is this Yankees? Like,
it looks like Yankees. Or I don't know.
Show says let the good times roll, says the king, and it had no TTS read off.
That's weird.
I'll have to do it in Naked's voice. Let the good times roll, says the king.
Golly gee. It is set to $5 right now.
What did it happen last time? Do we have to refresh something?
Let's see. I'm gonna do a quick test.
This is a test donation for $44.
It did it at 44
damn.
though. So I don't know.
Did we get another dono as the test came through?
No, it gives it like it adds it and then takes it away.
Gee willikers.
We'll see if it works. It worked last time, so I don't foresee any Oh, that's weird.
What's weird?
It like appeared to go away and then come back. Anyway, this is a crime being committed.
This dono gif is stuck on the screen. There, finally, we can watch this guy enjoy a nice beer dog.
Ugh.
Have you ever dunked like a donut in coffee?
That's different. But I have, but I'm not a dunker. I don't dunk Oreos. I don't do any of that stuff. I like it. I don't dismantle Oreos either. I eat them like a sandwich cookie, you know?
Yeah, I've been known to do many different things to an Oreo. So I have no preferred way of eating any. I think when I was a kid, they had these commercials for Reese's Pieces, and it was like, there's no right way to eat a Reese's.
Yeah.
And from that moment in time, I was like, I'll just do stuff different every time.
Just don't defile Hydrox, please. The original.
Does anybody even eat Hydrox?
Yeah, you know what? Hydrox, the company that made Hydrox, the whole company closed down, and some rich dude bought it because he loved it as a kid. And Hydrox has slightly different ingredients than Oreo. Like Oreos are vegan, actually.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
I remember hearing that too, but then I think I looked it up and it was wrong.
Let's see, because at one point Oreos do not contain any animal-derived ingredients and are safe to eat for vegans. My cousin's my cousin that's a vegan told me about that. But Hydrox has like cream or something.
Has that good fat in it?
Yeah,
some lard.
See
some
the thing,
pig lard.
I think it might be lard. Though. I think the problem with Hydrox is that their name sounds like a cooking or like a cleaning solution.
Yeah.
Like wash the floor, get the bottle of Hydrox.
Yeah.
But it's actually it was two words that they like shortened and put together.
I think the reason I thought Oreos were not vegan is because I was always dipping them in milk, so that would have
That is not vegan.
Cutting it with milk would have ruined it. But the Hydrox, I heard, got picked up by the alt-right when Oreo did the rainbow Oreo to support gays.
That's dumb.
The alt-right was like, no more Oreo, we're going to eat Hydrox. And now they just sit around and have some good-ass animal lard cookies.
Those are delicious. Hydrox are good. It's just the name is weird. It was a bad name choice.
Borax.
Borax is like cleaning solution. Yeah.
I'm going to dip my Hydrox in some borax.
That would not be good. All right, so we're going to watch the majority of the debate. I might even speed it up a little bit, but there is one clip that's hilarious, and I don't want to accidentally miss it or skip through it. It's when Keemstar came in to the debate. So I'm just going to play that really quick before we move on. By the way, who is this child that they had moderating the debate?
Child?
Like, who is this little kid?
Can I get the child?
He's a little kid cosplaying as Nick Fuentes.
Don't need to be in here until the end, dude. Fucking hell.
And by the way, Cozy TV's chat is just cancer. Look at this. That's all. It's just like a bunch of knives, and then every now and then there's like a few things said.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I got COVID right now, so I'm just gonna say a few.
I wonder if Keemstar got COVID in Las Vegas.
Few things and then take off because I'm pretty sick. But I was watching this thing, and Nick, I'm telling you, you're getting destroyed, man. I mean, it's really embarrassing, bro. You come across as this like little bitch that you're mad and upset that someone was making fun of you and you're over there crying in the corner. And then every time in this debate where you were like, I'm not the one crying, I'm not the one. I'm like, yes, you are. That's why you flagged him. So, dude.
Well, this is the guy.
Yeah, so like this whole debate came around because Ralph flagged down one of his former colleagues who's the guy's name is Flamenco.
Yeah.
And he used to stream with Ralph, and now he's become more popular than Ralph on his own. And he hosted a show where they brought on some IP2 woman that had sexual assault allegations against Ralph, and Ralph flagged that stream down, like DMCA'd it. Didn't like flag it for like community guidelines, but like DMCA'd it. I don't know if they used his content or not. They may have. But then, so Metokur got into an argument with Nick Fuentes over this, and Nick Fuentes is basically saying like, oh yeah, I DMCA people all the time too. But this is a guy who cried about being deplatformed at one point.
And they reported Baked Alaska to the FBI. So, I mean, it's pretty rich for you to get in here. You snitched to the fucking pigs, dude. You're going to come in here and say that?
Yeah, dude. That dude
Drama
would go around in public.
More like fucking Jewish
That dude would go
Whoa.
around in public.
Jew
Can I
that
finish?
snitches to the pigs.
Disavow.
Can I finish?
God,
All
sorry.
right. That dude would go around and literally fuck with people on the streets and then pepper spray just random innocent people. I've seen this happen like multiple fucking times.
Yeah.
So the dude's a fucking criminal. He needs to be locked up.
Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, nigga. You're a law
I respect the laws. He's
You're
a fucking criminal.
Like Metokur.
I mean,
You're a
you
law
don't
cuck.
A law cuck.
think Baked Alaska is a criminal? He's a
I
fucking
do,
criminal.
and criminals are based, dude.
So like if someone broke into Nick's house and stole all of his shit, he would think that's based, right?
He might be into like Findom.
Is that what he's in?
Maybe.
You're not going to torture me, are you?
Yeah, right.
I'm just going to stand with my back to you and hope you don't torture me
He just
from
puts
behind.
his ass out, has his hands tied up to the wall. Come and get me. Or don't come and get me.
Bro.
So, yeah,
Like your swatters?
But he's a
You like your
criminal.
swatters,
He
Nick?
does.
No.
He deserved to be in jail.
No, that's not based. Those are the wrong kinds of criminals.
No, but you like you like criminals, so that's based.
I like criminals that are fun.
And there's a big difference between like tweeting about a guy who was on video committing a crime and saying, "Hey, FBI, this dumbass committed a crime on video. Start with him," and then getting butthurt over a video and DMCA striking a video because you can't handle a little criticisms.
Like you're neither a criminal nor funny.
I thought they found it hilarious when they
see. Nick says criminals who are funny are good. He always does this. His subjective idea of what's funny is what makes things okay and not okay.
Why did you, Nick? Why don't you like
the
joke?
I'm sure they did. Well, in my subjective opinion, it's not laws. In my subjective opinion, I wouldn't do that. Isn't that your move? So you're both fucking.
I love criminals, but not when the crimes are against me. Okay,
that's
gotcha.
right. Yeah, that's right. I'm
Sour
an
grapes,
outlaw. I'm an outlaw
grape.
for the white. Yeah, you could say I'm an outlaw for the white
so
man.
cringy, bro. You're so cringy.
And you're fucking You're with Susan Wojcicki on YouTube, bro. You literally eat shit for the New World Order.
No, Ralph is the one that ate shit in that video that he was in.
I eat shit for the New World Order?
Yeah, you do. You're on YouTube, and you snitch to the FBI.
Oh my God!
Everybody knows you fought for Susan Wojcicki.
Where did 2011 Alex Jones come from? What the fuck?
Everybody knows you sent for Susan Wojcicki. Why are you still on YouTube then, huh?
Hey, the New World Order is currently trying to kill me with this COVID, so I got to take off.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yes.
He's over here saying that Keemstar is simping for Susan Wojcicki just because he's playing by the rules of the largest video platform.
Yeah.
And he's like, why are you still on YouTube then? Because he understands the rules and he plays by them?
Nick would still be on YouTube if they let him back on. He would go back tomorrow.
Yeah. You don't play by the rules, and then you cry about it and say that you're being held down.
Yeah,
like you're being hurt by the New World Order.
He's literally being held down because he can't get on an airplane.
Yeah, because you refuse to wear a mask and they banned you on a no-fly list.
Yeah.
Your stupid choices have put you in positions that make it harder for you to exist in the mainstream world. And you're fine with that because you say there's a big Jewish conspiracy, and now you've become the fighter of the evil Jewish Susan Wojcicki and everybody else. It's like, you're not a hero, Nick Fuentes. You're a fucking dork with a bunch of other dorks.
Yeah, I mean, like, this little guy who's the moderator. He hardly says 10 words this whole time.
Yeah.
I will say though, he brought his TTS all the way up to $100, and he was still getting them because someone kept spamming that Ralph R-worded somebody.
Yeah.
And it kept coming up, and he was making, like, one person gave him like $500 just to play that over and over and over again.
This kid hosting the debate is actually Rick Astley's son.
We're no strangers to love.
Funny just to abuse the legal system.
Yes. And I'm tired of pretending it. He abused the legal system and you're laughing. Yeah, I am laughing. I think it's funny. Are you not laughing?
I think it's kind of gay.
Why are you not laughing, though?
Well, I mean, if you can't take a joke, right, Nick? I mean, that seems like that makes you the sensitive one. If you've got a flag down shit making fun of you.
I don't think it's got to do with
Rape
not
it,
being
Ralph
able to
sent
take a
$100.
joke.
Ralph is a faggot revenge pornographer.
What do you think it has to do with?
Deadbeat
I think it
dad.
has to do with
America
laughing
first,
at
by the
someone's
way.
misfortune.
Ralph is a faggot revenge pornographer, rapist,
Can you
deadbeat
expand on that?
dad.
What do you mean?
America
Yeah,
first,
I mean,
by the
if
way.
so,
You know what? This starts partway through it. I'm going to start it from the actual.
You guys, hold on.
All
Let me put off
You hear
the
me?
Joker.
This is the beginning of it.
Joker filter. Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, am I coming in clear for you, Mike?
Yeah, it sounds like you're good. Just let me. I got to get you guys on screen.
Yeah. So, like, this guy, I don't know. I don't know anything about this guy, so I feel weird.
Did he want to make a wish?
Yeah, I'm like, this guy, it looks like a little kid. He looks like he's 14. I don't know. And his voice just cracked when he was talking. He's very little and thin and gangly.
He's wearing King Cobra's hat.
Let me set this up real quick. So how you guys doing as I set this up?
Doing good?
Doing good. How are you doing, King?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little stressed. You know, it's a big big stream going on, but
Look at this
I'm
kid.
I'm excited. Pete.
He's wearing his first communion outfit.
Yeah, he's
the
excited.
Kino content. So, I was watching Augie's stream today, and he described this perfectly. So basically, Flamenco jerked off to a prolapsed anus 10 years ago, and now you guys are gonna have a fight for our entertainment. So.
I don't know what that means.
That's about right. Yeah, that's a sequence of events.
You don't know what prolapsed
I guess
anus
we
means?
should-
Well, I don't know if that was like analogous to something or if that's literally what happened.
Start with Nick. So do you want to give us your opinion, your full analysis?
I think
of
he
the
was trying to
GM?
make a joke, and it was very somehow insider and also disgustingly irrelevant at the same time.
Guess we're just gonna get right into it. I'm assuming that's all you guys want to talk about.
No, there's a few things. I think there's a few separate areas.
All right. So, but do you want to start with DMCA?
Yes, we could start with that. Yeah. So there's this. Who's got the echo? By the way, I think someone's echoing a little bit.
I'm not echo. I don't hear any echo.
Okay, maybe it's me. Anyway, so this all started on Easter Sunday.
If
There's
nobody
this
has the echo, you have the echo. Nick Fuentes.
beef going on between Flamenco and Ethan Ralph. And I jump in, and Metokur knows the lore on this. I don't really know the lore. I don't know the long history of Ethan Ralph. Apparently he's very sordid. But I
love how it's so easy for Nick to know the history of Ethan Ralph, but he just doesn't get around to it.
Yeah.
He can get around to defending him here, but he doesn't know about...
He doesn't know the long history of Ethan Ralph, but he knows the short history of Ethan Ralph because he's defended him for a while now.
Yeah.
The stream, and I'm like, okay, so what exactly is the beef going on here between Flamenco and Ethan Ralph? And Flamenco's like, well, he DMCA'd my stream, and I said, yes, so what? That's fair game. And I think
It's not unless you have a legitimate DMCA complaint.
Yeah, it's a crime.
Yeah,
it's a waste of resources and time for the people that actually do have to use the DMCA to protect content.
The thing that sucks is that it's hardly ever enforced. Like, some of the most egregious abusers of the DMCA are never held accountable. Like, you would have to, because it's not going to be, I can't see it being prosecuted as a criminal offense, which means you'd have to pay out the ass to sue somebody. I say if Nick Fuentes DMCA's enough people, he claims to have millions in the bank. I say we get a class action lawsuit to take his ass.
Kind of like how H3H3 started a FUPA fund to defend his right to comment on videos. We could start a Gunt fund.
A Gunt fund.
ultimately that's really what this is about. And then, like I said, the other areas are. Then I said that I report people, which is true, and I do. Mostly on Twitter, though.
Is that because you got kicked off of Twitter?
And I also said that Metokur is aloof and smug and acts like he's above it all, and I think that he's not above it all at all, actually. So those are the other areas.
He thinks he's above it all, and I don't think he's above it all at all, actually.
I mean, that's my position. And then Metokur was like, oh, Nick said this, and then with the usual Kiwi Farm stuff, and yeah, so that's where we are. So I'm just sort of curious. I want to know what Metokur's position on this. I want to hear his.
Let's hear it.
It could be funny or not funny, whatever you like. But I'm just curious what the beef is.
What the beef is?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're a histrionic cunt.
This is like, you know, a 90-pound person with no boxing experience boxing, like, you know, Tyson Fury. They're that mismatched intellectually, and as far as real world experience goes, Mr. Metokur is so much far beyond.
So this should be a decisive victory for Metokur.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's still subjective. There's no real way to keep score here, but I think anyone who's not an idiot would think Metokur had the upper hand here.
Okay. Is that supposed to be funny?
Well, I mean, you are the arbiter of humor, seething behind a block button and banning shit that makes you upset.
I'm not. Do I seem upset?
You seem pretty pissed off for the last week. I mean,
I don't think so. Did you watch my stream? Did you watch my stream last night?
Let me read some of your words, King.
Okay.
Malicious, life-ruining scum that will dox you, swat you, report you, deplatform you, spread lies and gossip, retaliate in any way. Seems a little ass mad.
No, I think that's just true. Don't you think that's true?
I didn't know getting laughed at on the fucking internet was malicious, life-ruining things.
Swatting, laughing.
Who's swatting you, Nick?
Oh, we're about to find out very soon, actually. Would you,
awesome.
would you bet your
Is this
life,
the big
Would you
reveal?
bet your life that it's not somebody who is on a website of one of your associates? Would you bet? Well, I would say bet your life. I would say bet your life because that's not a lot to bet.
Oh man, the sports Groyper is in the chat, coping and seething for Nick.
One of my associates. Which associate? Who do I associate with, Nick?
Oh, you associate with lots of people. But would you? I mean, how much would you bet that it's not somebody that you know, and their website? How much would you bet? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I mean, you are the millionaire. I don't think I can match you.
Who's swatting and who's being swatted? Like
Seems a little ass mad.
Little ass mad. Little ass mad. He said, "You think swatting is a laughing matter?" And then he's like, "Who's swatting you?" And he's like, "Well, would you bet it was somebody you knew?" Did we get to that, or is this just move on?
He doesn't name anybody.
Come on, Nick.
All right, wait. Well, don't you have a trust fund, right, or something like that?
Well,
That's
no.
what
I mean, I
heard.
remember you telling Louis Theroux that you're a millionaire, which is weird because you always bitch about being debanked. So I don't understand that. I guess.
Well, my money's not in the bank. So.
Oh, so where do the stream chats go?
Stream chats? Well, I actually do have a bank account.
Oh.
So, I don't have a bank. Well, I do actually have a bank account. I didn't know you meant a bank account. I thought you meant a bank account.
Most of my money's in crypto.
Okay, so you can get money through a bank account.
Well, yeah, but I'm
He's
banned from
talking
bank.
about the Kiwi farms.
Yeah, I figured.
I know.
Banned from U.S. Bank.
But you do have a bank.
Yeah, I have a bank.
Nick, did you ever
'cause,
get
I mean,
you can
always.
I what?
I was gonna ask.
But
about
yeah,
the
I mean, if
500K.
if the joke is like I'm a millionaire, yes, my net worth is north of $1 million.
What about the 500K?
And he still lives with his
Did
mom.
you ever get that back, or is that? Just
Yeah, he
gone?
wouldn't have $1 million if he had to pay rent.
Yeah.
I don't want to comment on ongoing legal matter, but I've made at least that much since it was taken. I'll just say that.
Okay, because it's weird. Because
that's what you're going with.
Well, yeah, because you present yourself as this Mexican martyr. Oh my God, woe is me.
I am Mexican.
But you seem to be making money just fine.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would like to have the money that the FBI took from me. Yeah, I mean, am I not supposed
He
to
means
want
his mom's
that
net worth, but since he lives with her, that counts.
Exactly.
back? But the difference, here's what's funny about this, which I
Look at this chat. You know what? This is how early day YouTube streaming chat used to be. There was nothing in place to prevent spam or anything like that. I remember the skeletons just flying like this. They'd make like skeletons. They'd be like spooky skeletons. Those are some of my earliest memories of YouTube stream chat.
They were spooky.
Pointed out the other day. What's funny about this is
it's just knives, and every now and then you'll see a couple things.
When things happen to me, I basically just take it in stride.
No, you don't.
You know? Yeah,
you
I do.
admitted on stream that you get ass mad and then you go after people.
Ass
really?
mad.
Clip?
It's on my fucking timeline. You've commented on it.
Well, why don't you watch the clip when I got swatted? When I got swatted, did I come back on my show and go, this crossed a line? I mean, I was just making jokes on the internet. I said, oh, well, yeah.
Well, how does a guy bitch and whine about being deplatformed? How does a guy bitch and whine about being deplatformed? Oh, poor martyr me. And then he's like, I'm going to take down people laughing at me on the internet.
But that's the
Kind of
difference.
seems faggy to me.
That's the
doesn't it?
difference, because I didn't come on the stream like telling people, hey, you should take my side and feel bad for me. I mean, I go on my show and say, yeah, like, this is what's up. It's not right, but it is what it is. I stepped in the arena and I pay the price. And it seems like, and that's your issue, you and these other people.
You mean
like
most people on the internet when somebody passes out?
No, I mean like Flamenco. Like Flamenco's going to go on a show and he's going to call Ralph a rapist and send people to his event to sabotage.
So when he's sabotage his event,
yeah,
that sounds familiar. God, I wonder who else did something like that.
That's what he did. I don't know what you're referring to.
Rat Lord said flamenco's hentai history leaked, and it turns out he's into prolapse anus hentai.
Oh, well,
that
whatever.
that was the link to the prolapse.
I think jerking off to cartoons is weird, but if people want to do it, they can do it. And if it's prolapse butts, I mean, whatever you're into.
You don't remember that?
Rosebud.
As long as they're of age, non-related and alive. That's all I want to say.
A little different, though, right?
Oh, how's it different?
It's different because, well, I mean, we could talk about Charlie Kirk, but let's stick with flamenco.
How's it different?
Well, the difference is we're not crying about what Charlie Kirk does to us. We're not going around saying.
Someone said the moderator reviews frozen pizzas on YouTube. Is that true? Is this like a new review bra? Like, is that basically what he's like? Because review bra is always wearing a suit too. So yeah. I don't know. Everyone liked the stream too. And by the way, I put up a poll that I'm going to link in the chat because I would like everyone's feedback. It's on our Patreon, but it's a public poll. And you can tell us what kinds of stuff you'd like to see out of the Patreon content and all that stuff. Like what would it take to maybe get you guys to sign up? And by the way, someone did complain about us asking for likes. I wish I didn't have to do it, but it's very important to the YouTube bullshit algorithm that we ask for them. If we don't ask for them, people won't do it. They won't think to do it. So
I don't even care about likes. I just ask for them to piss off people that don't like asks. Fuck those people.
Charlie
like
Kirk
the
crossed
stream.
Line. That's the difference.
But you're saying flamenco did.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
So flamenco crossed the line by setting somebody. But not you when you were going to fuck
We're talking about
Charlie
what's
Kirk.
fair. We're talking about what's fair. If
What the
flamenco,
fuck do you mean what's fair?
Because you're going out there and you're saying that DMCAing is like crossing a line or something, right? Is that not your position?
I said that if you're going to be a whiny little cunt and say, oh, if people make fun of me on the internet, that's I'm going to flag them down. I'm going to get them banned wherever I can. We're at war.
But that's not what we said.
That's exactly what you said.
Exactly. Actually, it's not.
Nearly verbatim what you said.
Not quite.
Oh,
then
no,
what'd you
guys.
say, Nick? What'd you say, Nick, then? What'd you say?
The Groyper sports guy won't sign up for our Patreon.
Yeah,
Why?
he will.
Why?
Do the $100 level and be a guest on our show, Groyper Sports. $100 level gets to be a guest on the episode.
He would sign up if it was like Nick jerking himself off for Patreon content.
On my timeline.
Well,
Become a $100 patron and be live with us on an episode. Tell us to our face how dumb we are.
Sure, we can talk about that. That's fine.
You're welcome.
So I enter into the equation. Again, then we could get into, because I said there's 3 areas here, right? I said there's the DMC.
Metokur archives and restreams said it right there. Nick cried for 2 years about being deplatformed. That is absolutely what happened.
Ralph and Flamenco, there's me and my
Is this a
reports, which we
business
can get
decision
into
by
that.
Nick where
And
he
then-
just gets people flagged and removed from other platforms so they have to come to Cozy TV?
I don't think so. Right here, he's defending Ralph doing it to other people, but he admits here that he does it and that it's okay to do now.
Yeah.
And there's also the you and your attitude. you're I'm so above it all.
Okay,
yeah. You're. I think you're the biggest faggot on the internet, honestly.
Well,
I think
right back at you.
Yeah, I know. I know. But I think your whole like above it all nihilistic like Gen X. Yeah. I know.
He never denies it, by the way, because he gets called gay multiple times in this. Never denies it.
Do you think he likes Ralph's gunt? Like he's got a little crush on the gunt?
I don't think so. I think he's into the Catboy Cammy type.
Yeah,
which is nothing like Ralph.
You could
Catboy
like
Cammy
Catboys, and you could also like big belly daddies too.
You just want to believe that, don't you?
No, I know so.
Nick, when I first talked to you, it was 5 years ago when you were 19. You're 23, 24 now. Well, how long are you going to go with this riff?
Get it all out.
I'm a young Zoomer. I mean, that's not going to really be, very marketable in another 2-3 years, is it?
Well, I'll still be a Zoomer. Do you know how that works?
You're going to be older, and then
wait, but I'll still be a Zoomer. Do you think I'll stop being a Zoomer when I'm 30? I'll still be a Zoomer.
I think you're going to sound.
It just will. The meaning of what a Zoomer is will change as you age, and someday you'll be the old and irrelevant generation, just like it happens to everybody.
Yeah, joke's on you. I used to be a millennial, and now I'm a boomer. Things change.
And by the way, most of the people Nick hangs out with are like millennial Gen X age anyway. Baked Alaska, Ethan Ralph. Those are all older guys, like pushing 40.
Retarded saying the same shit when you're 30.
Okay.
I mean, you're like, Gen X and millennials, I hate them. As you literally surround yourself with
I will
fucking
still
Gen
hate
X
Gen
and
X.
millennials.
I'll still hate Gen X.
Beardson, Baked, and Ethan are all in their mid-30s. What the fuck?
And I hate him for it. And I know, and I hate him for it, and they know that.
They know that.
Absolutely.
I'm full of hate. I hate my friends. I hate the Jews. I hate everything.
The final point, Metokur, is that I think
Not
that
the
your
cat
whole
boys.
like aloof routine where you say
Lord
like,
of cat boys.
I just like to keck on the internet. Like I think that's cringe. But
is that cringe? I'm being told
Are our
by a
voices
dude
way
that does
louder than the
fucking
video voices?
Are they?
That's what Honest Red says.
live streams.
What's
of
the
him
internet
building Star
say? Because
Wars Lego
Honest
kits.
Red
What the fuck are you on about?
can always
yes,
can't
you are
always
being
trust
called
him.
by that guy. You are being called cringe.
I
by that
boosted
guy.
it for Honest Red and his sensitive.
I went on your whole Twitter timeline yesterday. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. If you
Not
wanna
my
just move
Twitter
into that one.
timeline. Sure, go ahead. Give me an example.
Okay. Oh boy, man, this is good stuff. So, like, this is a perfect example. So, you and Ralph are going back and forth. I went over the whole thread, and so you're talking shit about each other, and he's saying you're saying like, oh, you're fat, and he's saying like, I'll fuck your wife.
Ralph has double titties. Did you see that? It was all over.
I didn't see it.
I
but-
first saw Mundane Matt laughing about it.
I mean,
Mundane Matt did a tweet like, how the hell do you get a double titty?
Some of the best people I know have double titties.
Double titty, like
Max
it's
Rebo.
It's a
me.
weird double titty though. Let me show you. I gotta find it. Really
Dude, if
quick
I get a
here.
boner looking at Ralph's fourth tit, I will.
You are a sick man.
I will. I will let everybody know.
You are a sick man if
I'll
that
let
happens.
I'll let everybody know.
I'll pull it up
on stream, whatever.
Let me see
and then
those chunk
you
of
quote tweet
tits.
his tweet, and you say this. You say he called you childless, and you say it truly is heartbreaking that I'm childless. If only I had a son, I'd hug him every day because that way he'd know I'd love him. I couldn't imagine not doing so.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
what I said.
yeah, I read that and like, is like, do you think that's funny? Like, is that supposed to be a
That's
joke?
fucking great. Yeah, because that's a shot right at his ass for being a terrible dad.
Yeah, and see, and that's where we're getting to. It's like your whole mission, you pretend like you're all the way over here pointing and laughing, but what you're really saying is like, you're a bad person. You should know you're a bad person. Everyone thinks you're a bad person.
Oh my God, did I make fun of Ralph in his fatherhood position as he rambles on about literally anybody's family he wants to? He called your sister a nigger-loving dyke.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
He says the things I want to say. That's why I love Ethan Ralph.
I mean,
and I'm not.
She's a race mixer,
here.
right? And
No,
a
she's
lesbian.
not. No,
That's what he
neither of those
said.
Things are true. Yeah, I know.
neither of those things are true. He says.
Okay, do we trust Nick on that?
Yeah. Why would Ralph say that? Also, even when Ralph is aligned with someone, if they cross him in any way, he goes nuclear on them.
That's what I like about Ralph. He doesn't care about anything. Not his children, not about his friends' feelings, not about his personal health. He's just a fucking mass of projected anger. I like that.
And me and Ralph squashed that a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, but you're getting away from the point. You're trying to like, this is what you do. You
What do I
barrage
do,
with
Nick?
these.
What
You
do I
barrage
do,
with these like cheap shots. These are
How
all
are
very
these
cheap.
cheap?
Because these like have nothing to do with the point, and these are things everyone's heard a million times before, and it's just like the
they've
first
heard it
thing.
a million times.
It's like
yeah.
the first thing that you can get, and you take the first thing you can get and go, and then I'm supposed to be like,
should I just say
oh my
wash
God, oh my
80
God.
times in a row? Wash, cringe. I mean, that's
Yeah.
your shtick, right?
No, not really. My shtick is ending your career right now.
Oh, God,
and anyway,
that's terrible.
so this tweet.
See,
I know,
Nick is really good at calling his shots and then just moving on and not making any of them.
Exactly.
He's like, I'm
ending
Ruth
your
in it.
career
He's like,
now.
home run, right over the stands. And then he goes on and gets the hot dog and dumps it in his beer. He's like, what? Forgets he just called the fucking home run while he's dog dunking.
It's gonna be terrible for
I'm
you.
so ended.
You
Little
are.
Nickers,
You
little
are.
Nickers is coming
You
to get
are.
me.
Our little Knickers is that?
Yeah, little Nickers is coming to get me.
And there it is.
It
And there
does sound a little better than
Knickers, yeah,
Groypers.
boomers call me that on Gab, and they think it's hilarious. Like old people on Gab call me Nicky, and they think it's like the funniest thing in the world. Anyway, and you can call me, you can call Ralph like a pig or whatever, and it's like the stuff is just very like lowbrow. This is like, so here's the thing.
It's not at the level that Nick Fuentes likes.
That's true. You usually go into these
How would you
streams-
know what good humor is if you're banning and blocking and flagging?
Me and Ralph know what good humor is. I love that ice cream bar.
I'm funnier than you. See, you're getting mad now. I'm funnier
how
than
am I
you.
getting
That's
mad?
how I'm going to Arvid it. And here, like you.
All right, here's the double titty. You tell me what you think.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Because, okay.
Yeah.
Because I got some weird fucking chubbagunt tits.
Yeah.
But my upper tit is much more massive over my fourth under
It's
tit.
like folding into itself.
Cozy.tv is a superior streaming platform because they don't ban and censor good content like other platforms do. Wouldn't you like to be streaming on Cozy.tv? If so, you will have to play by Nick's rules.
Yes, what are Nick's rules?
Groyper's winning.
I want to start a Cozy.tv channel.
Let's do it.
What are the rules?
Yeah, what are Nick's rules? Can we still talk about how he's gay and wants to have sex with cat boys?
I don't even want to talk about Nick being gay on Cozy TV. I want
will.
to talk about all the hot guys that I think Nick could potentially hook up with. Like who is going to be America's first man? You know, that's what I want to see.
Go into these streams.
But I want to get back to Ethan Ralph's boob. Okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
So the bottom boob is much bigger than the top boob. The top boob kind of sits on like the frosting of the under boob frosting, and it's like a little cherry on top of the cupcake. It's like a little tiny little smaller cup.
It's like a black hole collapsing into itself.
His fourth boob is like a D cup, and his upper alpha boob. I call it alpha for lack of better word, but the upper boob is like a tiny A cup. And my uppers, and I'm a fat man, so I can say this honestly and openly. I'm not talking shit. My upper is like a huge Dunlap satchel, right? It's like a satchel, and it just Dunlaps over the second row of udders.
You're making me regret bringing this up.
For why?
And you're the smartest guy in the room, but you're in a room full of dumb people.
That's
And
what
so
that's what I am right now, Nick. I'm the smartest guy in the room.
See, cheap shot. Yeah, it's just low hanging.
If I wanted to give,
First thing I thought of.
If I wanted to go with the cheap shot, I talk about your
No,
gay 70s porn
actually,
stash. Nick, I'm the
70s
smartest
porn
guy in the room.
stash.
All right, everybody.
He's made the second promo for Actual Mania. Time to edit the hell out of this. For the crown.
For the
Long
crown.
live the king.
Long live the king, Eggy. So here's the deal, guys. Let's get to this goal. And when we hit the goal tonight, we'll do a side-by-side comparison of my chesticles versus Ethan Ralph's chesticles.
Oh, God.
When we hit the goal. And we have to hit the goal at a reasonable time. Because if we hit the goal late night, I'm taking it off the table.
Track, laugh track, mustache.
I don't know why you don't come out of the fucking closet, Nick.
Laugh track.
I mean, all the cat boy shit, the looks. You know, your hands, you have this very effeminate, swishy thing you do with your hands where you wave them around. It's like a mating.
Like this?
Yeah, you do that
This is
quite
me
a lot.
slapping you.
You're very flappy-wristed, Nick.
He's slapping you around.
No,
And
that's
his
a
fingers are weird, too. His fingers
that's a
have that
mating call
weird
for
bend to them.
queers. That's a little bit.
It was like double-jointed.
The
This is
tranny
me
Tourette's.
slapping you across
That's
your face.
you out in public,
This is
basically
me
putting a
slapping you
mating
across
code.
the face and saying, "You're not funny. You're not funny. You're not funny." And anyway,
Hold on. Nick's like,
You're not
this
funny.
is me
You're not-
slapping across the face saying, you're not funny. You're not funny.
You're not funny.
That's a horrible debate tactic. Metokur's using like the old school Kumite style of like attack debate. It's, I don't know. It is what it is. If you're a fan of Kumite blood sports, that's what this is. Nick is just like, this is me slapping your face. This is like, what is that's not good blood sports.
So we just got a suggestion that we react to Ralph's sex tape. Here's the reason why I won't do that, because that was revenge porn released without the consent of everyone in it. We don't normally review porn, but if it was like, I don't know, I wouldn't say no to if it was like a legit porn or something, but because it was illegally released and people got prosecuted for it, I'm not touching that shit. No, not at
what I was
all.
trying to get at with that tweet is
Oh,
like,
you had a point. Okay.
see, that's what I'm talking about. It's like the point I was trying to talk about with this tweet is like that tweet is a good example of what you're really about, which is you're not the guy that's laughing over here. You're a guy that like cares deeply about like saying that Ralph is like a
This
bad
is the
person.
weirdest fucking psychoanalysis over a tweet. You know you sound like a fucking retard, right?
So the tweet was Metokur saying, I wish I had a son. I would be a great father. And so Nick is bringing that up, like acting like Metokur said that like genuinely or something.
Right, it was
Is that where
Metokur
the cringe
shitting
is?
on Ralph for having 2 kids and
not taking care of them.
Right.
And so Nick brings us up and says, You said this, Ed, that's cringy to wish you had kids. So you're actually really serious about wanting to have a child and your legacy. It's like, no, like
I'm surprised Nick's Catholic religion allows him to befriend someone like Ralph who has had 2 kids out of wedlock, is an alcoholic, releases revenge porn. I don't know. Well, you know what though? The Catholic Church does cover this kind of stuff up all the time. So that might be part of it.
I doubt that Nick does anything that the Catholic Church suggests, and he just uses it as a smacking stick to put other people down. He takes the rules of Catholicism and uses them as a law point to just shit on other people.
Metokur Archive said it again. Yeah, Nick. Yeah, there were, because I grew up Catholic. I went to Catholic schools, K through 12. We learned about certain things that are required for you to be Catholic. Like, I didn't see the ashes on Nick's forehead on Ash Wednesday. There's also holy days of obligation. There are days where you're required to go to church because it's like a special feast day or whatever.
Yeah.
Nick is not.
He's grifting.
Yeah, he is.
He's grifting the calf.
And it's weird because like Baked Alaska will come onto this stream later and complain that I guess someone contacted his priest in Arizona because Baked Alaska converted to Catholicism.
Cute.
Yeah.
Let me psychoanalyze your tweet.
Yeah, I am going to psychoanalyze you.
Oh my God.
I guarantee you I know so much more about Catholicism than Nick could ever. I've actually been to the Vatican too. Nick is LARPing Catholicism.
So deep. Oh, okay.
It is deep. See, this is what we're calling deflecting. And
this is me mocking you because you're a fucking retard.
No, this is just
at the end of the day,
you're
literally a bitch that flags shit down that makes fun of you. You get
and I laugh. I flag shit down and then I laugh. And I laugh at how mad that makes you, Jim. I laugh. When you go on Twitter and say, America first is a mess. You're a mess. This is pathetic. I fucking die.
You spent 2 years complaining about getting knocked off of platforms. Now that you have a platform that you can sit in the corner of your own world and hide in, you start deplatforming people. Now that you're safe, right? That's what we're here to learn. Okay.
I die like you literally. Pathetic. I die laughing.
Nick, because you
of how
literally
mad
are
that makes
pathetic.
You. I don't think so. I think I'm a millionaire.
I think
you're a bitch.
There we go. I love how arrogant you get about it.
I know. I love how arrogant I am too.
A small amount of power because you have a minor streaming platform?
No, because I'm a cool genius.
That's the funniest thing you said tonight.
I know.
Jim, why do you think Nick's gay?
Wow. Yeah, he finally chimes in. I'm sorry, they could have had a way better moderator here. Nothing against this guy. Like, I don't have anything against him. I think he's too young to handle a debate like this.
Oh, I think he's like on the dole. He's a cozy TV guy.
He is.
Nick might think he's a young, promising little twinkette protege.
Is he grooming him?
I don't know. I didn't say
Nick
that.
Grooming him?
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Michael Alberto?
I didn't say that he's grooming him. But the guy does have a name that sounds like Alberto. Is he one of the Latinx?
Alberto.
Is he Nick Fuentes' Latinx cousin or something? And then now we look at this and we finally ask the question, why do you think Nick is gay? Is Metokur going to answer honestly and openly?
People are saying Nick is grooming this kid.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Oh, okay. Let's start with the physical feed.
Hey, Michael Alberto, you want to wear some catboy ears for me?
He presents himself as very gay. He has a look that's very gay. That mustache, that's a very gay mustache. The hand thing, very flamboyant. He's got this thing where he does with his neck where it kind of pivots back and forth. Like you think maybe if the internet career didn't really work out for him, he could become like a fucking metronome or something. It's that kind of head bob that a cocksucker would have.
All this stuff is ad hominem, right?
I don't care.
But I would have said, The happiest I've ever seen Nick Fuentes
Was he was
is
called the
when he was
cocksucker?
on a date with a cat boy, trying on clothes together, sharing a meal, and talking about like first date stuff.
That look that he gave him, that like head cocked to the side look, like
that's
oh,
why.
you.
That's why I would say I think Nick is gay, because that's the happiest I've ever seen him. The most relaxed, the most naturally like interested in something, was when he was on that date with that cat boy.
Yes.
And beyond that, as much trash as he talked about degenerates for so long, this cat boy was known to like slurp dildos and stuff, right?
Yeah,
he was
yes.
played with dildos
Benny
and
and Billy should dress as cat boys for the cozy TV pitch.
not a
Let's
bad
do
idea.
it.
Not a bad
And we'll do
idea.
the whole like grooming ourselves thing.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But he went on to defend Catboy Cammy and all the gay things he did. I say gay because they're not really gay, but like, you know, putting dildos and playing with dildos in sexual ways. It's questionable. All these questionable, degenerate things he did.
He was doing like Sailor Moon cosplay and stuff like that too.
And Nick Fuentes stood up for him with his chat and said, no, guys, he's okay. He watched a Hitler documentary. He's based. He put all his values on the line for this Catboy early on. Obviously, Nick buckled under pressure, probably realized the Catboy didn't love him back the way that he loved the Catboy, and the Catboy was just using him for clout. He buckled, and his heart like shrunk a little that day, and he put his guard up. And now he's like just casually from afar enjoying big bellies, because I know a lot of young twinks love the big bellies. You do the Catboy thing, I'll do the big belly thing, and we'll see if we can get on cozy.tv.
You've got all the Catboy Cammy shit, the Lolly Socks date.
See, that's the one.
Dumper.
That's the
So,
one.
I mean, there's a lot of shit out there. There's a lot of gay stuff around, Nick.
The Lolly Socks
that
date
just makes me
is
think you should
evidence.
just come out of the
Nick
fucking
was
closet.
very happy during
I mean,
that.
it's fine to be gay. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't know why you're so scared to admit it.
That's great. That's great. See, like I was actually disappointed because you have this reputation of being like the internet aristocrat and like, oh, you can't fuck with him. And everything that I just heard is like, again, this is like appealing to the lowest common denominator. You like basically went on Kiwi Farms and scooped like the worst insults that have been around, by the way, for like 4 years. And then you think that if you like say them all next to each other, that constitutes like some kind of talent or something. And I'm here to tell you, like, that's not a talent. Like you're not as funny as you think you are.
Am I breaking up here, or is Nick?
No, he's sounding fine on my end.
Okay.
Yeah. You are breaking up. You're breaking up. You're cracking up because I
don't understand the chat. Like, is it fun to just type a knife emoji over and over and over again instead of actual words?
Nick the Knife.
I see right through
He's
you.
gonna
I
get
don't think you're
Metokur.
that funny. I don't think you're a good content creator. And the other thing
It's
is
impossible to actually say anything in
I
this
think
chat.
that,
I mean, it's
because of all the spam.
It's probably impossible for these people to say anything worth reading anyways. That's why they're
I
spamming
just like
knives.
these laughs or something. But when I read a tweet like I just read, it's like this concern trolling. Like you're the biggest, ironically, for a nihilist, you're like the biggest
Concern troll.
trolling
What the
moral
fuck
fag
are you
on the
talking
internet.
about?
I
You
like the
literally
tweet I
got on
just read.
stream and cried. You got on stream and cried talking about toxicity and how you guys are real human beings.
We are real human beings. Yeah, unlike you. I'm an authentic, real human being.
It's so toxic. These drama streamers, they're so toxic.
He's
It's
an
so
authentic human being that can literally say anything that even opposes things he said very recently, and his audience will just accept whatever he says at no value.
They're
and
sheep.
Just push it forward. He went from crying about being deplatformed to now saying deplatforming is based, saying, "Oh, people committing crimes, we have to stop these crimes. There's crimes everywhere." Oh, but when they're crimes we're doing, they're based.
They're based.
Like, you're not a real person. You're a person that talks out of both sides of your mouth, and maybe loves the Cat Boys. Possibly loves the big bellies.
Yeah, and I keep seeing Groyper Sports, our new biggest fan
Love
in the
him.
chat. How does he reconcile being a sports fan? He watches these big, athletic, manly men, play these sports, but then he simps out to Nick Fuentes, who is the antithesis of that. Like Nick Fuentes cried about how his dad made him play baseball when you asked him to to do a sports thing on Cozy.
Yeah.
That should say a lot, dude. You might, like, if you're a sports fan, you might want to rethink your alignment with Nick Fuentes. Could you imagine Nick Fuentes trying to throw a baseball?
But do we know
seriously.
what team he supports? He might be used to supporting losers.
He supports... so he's a Mariners fan?
Possibly.
Probably not.
Delicious. You sound like a fucking fag.
Okay.
What internet have you been on up until now, Nick?
I'm on the internet where we're reporting you, and then you're crying about it. You know? I mean, it's so ironic
You're
because
reporting because you can't
talk
take
about
banter.
us doing that.
You're
I'm
literally
reporting
can't
it
handle
because
banter.
it's funny. No, I can handle it. I'm right here taking it
can't.
all day long here.
Yeah, it's so weird because back in the day, no matter what side you were on in political discourse, false flagging was like universally like, no, you don't do that. And if you did it, you were just a piece of shit. And no one would back you up. Like Tommy Sotomayor was a great example of that. Because he would false flag anyone who talked negatively about him. But now we're at the point where they're unapologetically flagging people. Now that they have their own little platform where they don't have to worry about getting flagged down because it's their own platform.
You,
I mean,
you
you could
cry about
say
any
that,
place
but
that
I'm-
talks shit about you.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. I mean, I'm right here.
You
I mean,
do.
you just said
I hate 4chan. I hate Keep.
You got a crush on Nick Fuentes, Groyper Sports. I'm sorry. The way you talk about him is kind of the way I'd talk about someone I had a crush on.
Farms. I hate ads.
know.
Fuck Twitter. Fuck YouTubers.
You should go
You just
make
want
out
your
with
little
him.
hug box with your little
Nick
fucking
does
yes
not
hug
want to
box.
make out with Groyper Sports.
Yeah, you know what?
Groyper Sports
He
is not a Chad Cat.
Yep.
Chad Cat.
Yep. It's just like Spexo.
Catchphrase, hug box,
Cringe,
catchphrase.
cringe. Catchphrase, catchphrase.
But see, I'm not. See, now you're just.
Is
you
it
said
weird? Is it weird that maybe Nick's not a Catholic? He just reads it as catholic.
I'm a cataholic.
He's catholic.
For the
lowest
last
level,
week, like a fucking
juvenile
retard.
stuff. Yeah, your content is bad, dude. I'm not just saying cringe.
So
cringe,
is
cringe.
yours,
I'm
faggot.
psychoanalyzing
If your content was
and I'm breaking
good,
down.
you would
Dude,
have
you're
more
sounding
than
mad
6,000
right now.
watching.
You sound
If you
mad
had
right
good
now.
content, Nick, if you had good
You
content,
sound like you're
you'd have
getting
more
kind
than
of pressed
6,000
right now.
people
You're
watching.
kind of getting pressed right now because
Yeah, because Nick can't do the I get more viewers flex against Metokur. Metokur doesn't stream even close to as often as Nick, but when he does, he gets huge audience, and I've seen him pull like 10 grand in super chats during a stream. So that is weird. He can't pull the numbers rank on him.
Nick, if you
basically
had
I'm,
good
I'm winning
content,
this debate.
you'd have
Metokur,
winning what debate?
Metokur. Like this tweet that you
What
put out against
debate are
Ethan
you-
Ralph is moral fagging. When you go out there and say like,
You
if I had a
literally
kid,
moral fag.
I would hug my kid because I would be a good father. Like that's just like a moral fagging. There's no punchline.
Hold
There's
on.
No funny.
Hasn't Nick been attacking everybody for morals for the last ever? Hasn't that been Nick's thing?
Right.
Is imposing his morals on other
Yeah.
people the entire time?
Yes.
And now that Metokur makes a joke about Ethan Ralph not taking care of his kids, Nick's like, you're just moral for ba ba ba.
Yeah.
Moral ba 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 ba. Moral. Ooh, what? This was a joke. Metokur said, oh, if I had a kid, I'd sure take care of him. Maybe deep down inside, Metokur really wishes he had a kid. Doesn't matter.
talks to-
the implication is that he is making fun of Ralph for not taking care of his own kid.
Do you remember the Lady Maga thing? A man dressing up like a woman. That's degenerate. You're a degenerate. But Ethan Ralph isn't? Like, I mean, come on.
Nick has always
fucking
rolled with degenerates.
He fucking sniffed and licked the pooper finger. Like, it's one thing you put your finger in a pooper, but it's another thing on camera to sniff and lick it. That is some weird shit.
I
mean, if you're into it, you're into it.
Last thing I'm going to do is kink shame somebody who
If
likes
you're
to stick
into
their
it, you're
finger
into
into
it.
butts and then do an oil check. It's just an oil check.
But I'm not so much criticizing the action as I'm criticizing Nick aligning with someone who would do that, but he judges a dude that dresses like a woman.
Yeah.
Like Lady Maga's not trans. Lady Maga's a drag queen, a man dressing like a woman.
How does a man
You're
write on
moral
Telegram when you cry like a bitch, malicious life ruining
But why
scum
won't
will
you
dox
engage?
SWAT
But why
report
won't
you?
you engage with what I'm saying about this tweet? You keep evading to these other things, but why won't you engage? Because I'm saying something very serious here. I'm attacking your credibility.
So you're having difficulty. You're having difficulty understanding the tweet. You want me to provide?
No. I understand it. I understand. I think more than you do. I want to know where the funny is. Tell me why this is not just like a faggoty, passive aggressive, feminine, like moral fagging tweet saying you're a bad dad. Like calling someone a bad dad in itself. It's just moral fact.
Did he call him a bad dad? No, he made a joke about how he would take care of his kid if he had one. It was a joke. And you know who gets hurt by that joke? Anybody who feels like they could be a better dad. If Ethan Ralph doesn't care about his status, I'm not going to dad shame Ethan Ralph. He can make all the kids he wants. It's probably better off if he doesn't take care of them. He seems to be kind of an erratic figure. Might not be the best dad. Who really cares? But the joke is Ethan Ralph doesn't take care of his kids, and Metokur is laughing about, if I had a kid, I would hug him. It's just turning the fucking screws into somebody you're talking shit to.
He was convicted in a court for releasing revenge porn featuring the mother of his first kid.
Revenge porn is based.
If that doesn't make you a bad dad, I don't know what does.
If there was like a punchline here, that would be different. But you said, it's truly hard. You're right. It's heartbreaking that I'm childless. If only I had a son, I'd hug him every day because that way he'd know I'd love him. I couldn't imagine
sorry,
not
my
doing
tweets.
so.
I'm
it's
sorry,
like the most
up
snarky.
To the Nick Fuentes standard.
It's just like
Could you provide me with one of your tweets so I could
It's just the
compare it?
most snarky. Okay, how about like George Floyd blown to smithereens with a grenade? Like that's like just not caring. That's like just saying random shit. But telling somebody like, I couldn't imagine not hugging my son. Like,
it's so feminine. The way he like, it was the head movement that Metokur talked about a second ago.
Saying George Floyd blown up by a grenade is like, it's like he died not by a grenade. His death was mourned by a ton of people. You're gonna piss off these people who are mourning by saying should have been blown up with a grenade. You're saying that's not giving a fuck. What Metokur said actually pierces into somebody's psyche. If they feel like they're a bad dad, him making that small baby comment about I would hug my kid, that's the one that fucking pierces that one person. That's beyond like not giving a fuck. That's like I could say the most littlest thing about me wanting to be a good dad and it will fucking cut you because you know how much you suck at being a father. Like it's a piercing joke. It makes sense to me. Like, why is Nick trying to die on this hill over, hey, if I had a kid, I'd hug him? It's like, you could have just said something about George Floyd and a hand grenade.
Another thing that has made Ralph really mad is that Gator and I believe Andy Worski, both enemies, former collaborators of Ralph's, were sending Ralph's baby's mom, his first baby's mom, like a couple bucks through PayPal, and they're like, I've done more for Ralph's kid than Ralph ever has.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, but it's true.
Well, yeah, but like it's like it's a joke. It's just shit talking. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's nuclear. That's heat. That's talking trash. Nobody is above talking shit in this scenario. They're all the blood sports guys.
Exactly.
They're all shit talkers.
Yeah, Nick came up in blood sports when he was 19 years old. I remember him on the old Worski streams.
Nick's like, just say something about George Floyd and a hand grenade. Just say that.
By the way,
why would you have to say something personal and cutting that would hurt somebody's feelings?
Nick blames JF for flagging down his YouTube channel. And I don't know. I think maybe JF actually took responsibility for it, which is crazy that those two, with their views, their very, very similar political views, still hated each other and like went after each other. It's interesting.
Funny. And like that, but that's your whole MO.
JF!
Your whole MO is like, it's not necessarily being funny, but it's like this, it's a very self-conscious kind of like status conscious thing. You're trying to tell Ralph in this like snarky, passive aggressive way, like you're a bad dad. And so that's really
it's
what
a
I'm
joke.
Saying here. You
I'm
take
sorry,
this
Nick.
very
I need to kick it up a notch. I need to say little white girls that got killed in the parade we're just gonna grow up to fuck niggers like you, right?
I never said
Would that be funnier?
Nick's like, I never said that. No, you just said George Floyd hand grenade that you have to take it. It's got to be so random and beyond. You have to be so not caring. That would be based. You literally just used George Floyd and hand grenade to make the point Metokur is coming back at you with. It's like, okay, so I should say something this crazy. And like, I never said that. No, you said that he should be saying that instead of the small cutting comment about being a good dad. That's the shit that hurts. Not people on the internet saying, oh, slur, 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 anger, 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 something you love virtuously versus something stupid and hateful that I can bash together so you get fake angry for 5 minutes, then move on to the next thing. Metokur said something simple and cutting, and you brought it up to try and say, well, this is you caring too much.
And by the way, I want to point out, I don't think Nick is the worst person on Cozy TV. He's not the most pathetic. It's kind of a toss-up for me between Baked Alaska, Beardson, and Dalton Pisswhistle. Those three, like, to follow Nick Fuentes and be his underling, especially Baked and Beardson, who are like older men.
They've been trying to make something happen in their lives for so long, and they found the little corner of the island of misfit boys.
That's what it is.
And they sit there. They
want to be the Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, they sit there in the corner and they feel like kings in their own little shit circle. Good job. You get your little followers, you get your little group of followers, and for a while you think you're doing something. You call yourselves prominent figures in history, right? And then you go on Louis Theroux and he makes you look like fucking doofuses. Easy peasy.
Get out of my house.
You're
We're
the butt of a joke. You're the butt of a joke.
That was so funny when he was like, get the fuck out of my house, Beardson. 5'3" Bearson's like, get the fuck out of my house. Louis Theroux's like 6'3" or 6'4" or something.
Yeah.
He's like, get the fuck out of my house. And they're like standing in his yard and he looks at him like, we're not in your house. It was really funny.
See, now you're just grasping at straws because I never said that.
By the way, there's rumors that Beardson's ex-wife is dating an African-American gentleman.
Good for her. I'd probably go completely different than my previous husband if my husband was Beardson.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, that didn't work out. Let's do the exact opposite.
Stream saying, oh, what, you guys don't think that's funny? It's irony. What the fuck's your problem?
Well, do you want to read me the quote and tell me what I exactly said?
You were talking about the fucking parade where the black guy drove through it and hit the little white girls, and then somebody had tweeted out about this, and you're like, why are you guys getting so mad about it? Who fucking cares? It's funny. It's irony.
It sounds like you, right? Isn't that your thing? Are you the jokes guy?
No, I'm saying I want to emulate you. That's fucking hilarious, man.
Do you? Okay.
That little white girl is
be a
fucking
millionaire.
great
You want to emulate me? Be a Zoomer millionaire. Oh wait, you can't because you're gonna die.
So Mr. Metokur has been public about his illness. He has cancer. I don't know if it's terminal, but he's fucked up from it. Like he even stopped making content for a little while because of it. So he's going there, and it's the fucked up thing is that Nick's mom has cancer. And he's goofing on this guy.
So are you saying that cancer is a sexually transmitted disease and Metokur fucked Nick's mom and gave her cancer? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
Holy
we just
shit.
learned the cure for cancer. Or, the cause of cancer.
That's the spread. Nick's mom spread and then Metokur spread cancer.
Anyway, wait. But you see what you just did?
Yeah, I want Metokur to be like, wait, son?
Like, you just keep going like, oh, I know, this thing will work. I'll grab this thing will work. This other thing from Kiwi. Oh, this
Nick,
thing. Remember when you said this?
Fuck.
And it's like, yeah, okay.
You want to go to a deep dive analyst. You want to go to a deep dive analysis of a tweet.
Yes. I am going to deep dive analyze you. I'm going to deep dive.
Well,
and that's what I was saying on Sunday.
Hit me with your next shot. I want to see more of this.
Okay.
Psychologist Nick Fuentes. Please hit me with the next one.
That's right. MD. Psychologist Nick Fuentes, MD, bitch. I think that you... Again, I think.
Do you say psychologist Nick Fuentes, MD? Psychologists are not MDs; they're PhDs. MDs are psychiatrists. Yes.
Got him.
This like aloof, smug attitude because you follow around like Ethan Ralph, and Ethan Ralph has this sordid life, and a lot of fucked up shit going on.
I follow around Ethan Ralph. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, Metokur was Ethan Ralph's hero for quite some time.
You live tweet his streams. I went through your Twitter timeline for a week, and every tweet is Ralph said this, Ralph said that, Ralph did this, now Ralph is saying this, now Ralph did that, now Ralph is that, now Ralph is this. Yeah.
A whole week. Oh my
yeah,
god.
like 20 times a day for a week.
Laughing at him and fucking with him. How long did you follow around Charlie Kirk?
Not really.
How long did you follow around Charlie Kirk, Nick?
Like 2 or 3 months or something.
Okay.
Yeah. But so anyway, so you follow around a guy like Ralph and you think you're like better than him. Is what it comes down to.
Just like you thought you're better than Charlie.
I am better than Charlie Kirk. You follow around Ralph like you're better than him, but you know, if Ethan Ralph is such like this cringe guy, you're the biggest loser of all because it's your job to follow this drama, live tweet the live streams. And,
it's not my job. It's my pleasure.
No, it's your job. That's how you make money, right?
It's my pleasure.
Do you have a job?
I make money off a ton of shit,
like
but
what?
I it's my pleasure.
Like what though? You make money off this though. It's your job.
Well, yeah, I stream about this and other people, but it's also my pleasure.
And that's just sort of like
it's also my pleasure.
And sad. I mean, you could go around calling.
It's pathetic and sad to make money picking on Ethan Ralph, little old Ethan Ralph. All he ever did was a bunch of stuff worthy of critique.
Metokur and Ethan Ralph both came up from Gamergate. That's the origin of both of them. And Metokur used to be the internet aristocrat, and he was a very prominent figure in the whole Gamergate movement. I got a lot of attention from Gamergate because of my Anita Sarkeesian photos.
What, you took private photos of Anita Sarkeesians and leaked them on the internet?
I was at a tabletop gaming...
Topless table gaming?
No, I was at a tabletop gaming bar. Like, it was similar to Mox.
Oh, yeah, I go to tabletop gaming bars.
Yeah, but it was in Columbus, Ohio. I was sitting there playing a game, and Anita Sarkeesian walks in with, like, an entourage of people. And all I did was get a picture. At the time, I wasn't showing my face on the stream, so I got a picture of, like, me from, like, the nose down with Anita sitting over my shoulder. And then a bunch of people, like, came after me. There were idiots saying I could have been prosecuted for taking a picture of a famous person in public. It was one of the most ridiculous things.
I'm glad you didn't get prosecuted.
Why would it's ridiculous. No.
Person for a living. You gossip about a pathetic person for a living. And I just,
at that point, she was in the height of her fame, too. She had just been on, like, network news and shit. I can't remember what show she was on.
That
How I Met Your Mother?
Just as bad or worse.
No, it was news.
Than the people that you follow. That's all I'm saying. I just think like
okay. So I just want to I want to make sure that I want to make sure I'm following this hot logic.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So my one tweet, terrible joke, not up to the Knicker standard.
No, it wasn't a joke. It wasn't. That's my point.
Not even a joke. Oh my god, not even a joke. Okay,
yeah.
Not even a joke.
Yeah. Exactly.
And laughing at Ethan Ralph for a week. That's just over the fucking line.
No, I didn't say it was.
What would be
the
appropriate way? What would be the appropriate way to make fun of Ethan Ralph?
I said it
Nick,
indicates.
Give me some examples of what would the appropriate funny haha way of being to make fun of Ralph.
I don't know. You're the expert.
See, Ralph had this time where he was like, it was such a quick rise and then fall. But he had this point where he was very much loved by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And anyone who crossed him, he could just sick the dogs on them so easily, and he was used to having that at his disposal, and that's dwindling and dwindling and dwindling, and a lot of the people who used to be the upper echelons of his attack dogs have left him and started their own thing.
Onision was kind of the grandfather of that.
Yeah, dude, I remember the older DP episodes when we would talk shit about Onision, we would get raided by like 13-year-old girls defending him in the comments.
I was never a follower of Onision back in the day. I knew of him slightly, but that's one of the things I heard about it when I started working with him. Is like he used to send, or his minions used to go after everybody, and then like all these girls that were like victims of Onision. They came out, not all of them, some of them would come out, and they would do the exact same thing he was doing. And they would send the new dogs they had supporting them out after other people. I'm like, hold up.
Like Shiloh.
Yeah, we can't just give somebody a platform to become abuser 2.0 electric boogaloo. That's not cool.
You just told me. You just told me I'm not funny, and you're the expert of humor. So tell me.
Yeah,
tell me how to teach me, master.
I will. Thank you. Yeah, you should call me that. Call me Master from now on, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
He's getting turned on.
No, teach me.
He thinks Jim has a sexy voice.
Show me.
Call me
That's a good way.
By the way, there was a character that we had in the early days of Drunken Peasants years ago named Jim Ass. And the rumors for years were that Jim Ass and Jim Ass and Metokur were the same person because their humor is kind of the same and they have similar voices, but I can confirm they are not the same person. But if they teamed up, they would take over the world.
Wait. Call me Master.
What's a good way?
Excuse me, servant. Call me Master Nick from now on. Thank you.
So now that Nick's got to the flirting point of the debate,
call me Master
has
Nick.
Metokur ever shown himself on camera?
He's been doxxed.
So if I was Nick this entire time, I probably would be thinking Metokur was a cat boy because he's never been out there, right?
There's Metokur's wife or girlfriend makes OnlyFans content, and I guess there's a video that got out there with him like doing shit to her. And Nick will bring it up later.
Put your hands up so I can see them.
And another one. And another one.
Put your hands up so I can see them.
I'm floundering. Let's grab something. I'm floundering. Let's grab something from Kiwi.
Oh, you're grabbing something, all right. You're grabbing something, all right.
Oh, and this is what we came here for.
When Kiwi Farms is on the right side and the toxicity lies with who Kiwi Farms is calling out, that means something. Like, that is something, I will say.
That Kiwi Farms is on the right side?
On the side, like, against Ralph and against Nick.
Well, isn't that usually what Kiwi Farms does? They find people who are morally reprehensible and they beat them down, and then the anonymity of Kiwi Farms makes it its own cesspool of shitty people, but the intention is virtuous to begin with.
I will say that when you reach a level, I mean, like when you're constantly sifting through the puddle of shit, you'll get enough shit on yourself eventually. Is a good analogy.
This is what we came here
I think
for.
Kiwi Farms is
here's what I'm trying
a great,
to say.
They're great.
A great entertainment website.
They are great.
That gets completely out of hand when the fan base becomes worse than the people they're attacking.
Do you remember Encyclopedia Dramatica back in the day?
Partially. I wasn't like big on it, but
a very early case of revenge porn got released on Encyclopedia Dramatica back in the day. Like, there was this guy named Captain Awesome, and he had an internet feud with this guy named Fake Sagan, okay? And they were, like, back and forth, and then all of a sudden one day Captain Awesome was like, oh yeah, Fake Sagan? Oh, yeah? Well, guess what? I fucked your girlfriend, and I have it on video. And then he posted the video. It was legit. He had a video of him banging this other dude's girlfriend, and he posted it on Encyclopedia Dramatica. It was so crazy.
Not supposed to do that. That's naughty.
I think it was before they had laws against it, too.
Don't go around gossiping about people for a living. I'm just funny. I have a funny way about me. I have a good sense of humor. Your job is sort of like this malicious slander and gossip. And
oh my God,
I just think that makes you... Yeah. Well, I don't know if you're a bad guy. You're not the guy you think you are.
Help reform me, Nick. I need you to.
You don't have enough time. You don't have enough time.
How to be humorous?
I would, but there's not enough time to fix. We both know there's just not enough time for you.
Why is that? Why is that? Why is there not enough time?
Because you're on your way out. You're on your way out.
Why am I on my way out? Why am I on my way out?
Ethan Rathasarapis Pito sent $50 now.
Something, right?
Yeah, it's probably deserved, right? Like when a dude gets cancer, he deserves it.
I don't think it's deserved.
I think that's true for.
He throws a weird curveball at Nick here.
I think that's true for women too. I think if you're a woman and you get cancer, you're probably a cheating whore and you deserve it.
Wrecked.
It's a horrible thing to say. I would never say something like that. I'm just saying I can't. I'm just saying I can't help you because time is not on your side. That's all I'm saying.
Damn.
I feel bad.
Damn. How you gonna call somebody out for cancer when your mom has cancer?
I know that's so
dumb. Rough.
Quick lesson. You're so witty and sharp. Give me a quick lesson.
Okay, well, like if I were to attack Ethan Ralph, if I were really to go after him,
Awesome.
I think. Okay,
Sure.
I think the fat jokes are played out. Like I think that's too easy. I think that's sort of lame. So I would.
So all the Groypers that specifically call me fat, Nick says stop. Stop calling people fat. All you Groypers in the comments that say dysgenic, fat,
Dysgenic.
you can't do that anymore. Nick says stop.
Physiognomy check. Physiognomy check. The one they always do is like, oh, I really like this Nick guy. I've never heard of him before. Where can I find more?
Well, it's actually kind of tricky because Ethan Ralph doesn't really care. Basically everything's been said about this guy. He's fat. He smelled his finger. He did that. Whatever. Like that's already kind of all played out. If I really want to go after Ethan Ralph, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't do that because the guy's my friend, first of all. So I don't know that I would actually maliciously
sounds
make
scared.
fun of him.
I mean, just you can't give me an example. It's weird.
If I were to make fun of Ethan Ralph, I would probably go after the sunglasses. I would go after. Well, yeah, I'll admit.
I would go after the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Is that Nick? Come on.
He's
dude.
afraid of Ethan. Ethan Ralph must have dirt on Nick. Because
I think Nick's friends are few and far between, and
they're followers, right? Not friends, quite. They're like followers.
Ethan Ralph is Nick's friend, right? I would say Baked Alaska is Nick's friend. They hang out. They do stuff together. He doesn't have a lot of them, and he realizes they're all about as miserable and weird as he is. So he has to just accept that they are complete fuck-up weirdos. He's got to accept that because inside himself, he knows he is too. The greatest thing he ever did was convince a group of weird boys that he was the next cool Hitler. I'm cool Hitler.
But now he's like slowly drifting to Stalin territory. It's very inconsistent. I must say.
All fads fade. He's got to move on to the next dictator to fashion himself after. Fascist himself.
It's also
after.
because he's a lot like he's been supporting Putin too. So
Putin.
Yeah.
I think when you made fun of him for that, I'll say that. I would stick with something like that. But when you start and go into like, if I had a kid, I would hug him. I couldn't imagine not doing that. Like that's not funny. So I think you should maybe go back to like the other stuff where it's like you make fun of him getting beat up in Portland.
It's kind of funny when you think of why he's saying it, and you put up that this guy that he's mocking has multiple children that he's not taking care of. That's not funny to the guy that's being mocked. It's not funny to people who believe that it's sad that, you know, a dad's not taking care of his kid, I guess. But in the world of blood sports, that nonchalant response of me, if I had a kid, I'd love him so much. Like, that's funny. That's easily a funny joke. And it's weird that we've spent a half an hour as that being the base point of why Metokur has fallen off.
Right. He's ending his career. Your career's ending today, Metokur.
Oh, my God.
Mr. Metokur.
Oh, my God.
Everyone like the stream if you haven't already. I have to ask everyone that just showed up to like the stream. It'll help more people find the stream and show up. I see Teddy Rubskin in the chat. Big fan of...
Portugal, like classic Schadenfreude, that's a good one.
R.I.P.
But I'm trying to help you understand.
$50 Nick positively radiates.
Oh, no, you keep going.
Some of these TTSs are so good.
Again, I'm not Jaden.
This is a lesson. No, you called it. You said I was the master, right? Didn't you just say that? I'm your
Big
master.
T sent $100.
I mean, those are your words. Unless you want to walk that back for me,
watching Nick
bitch. You
teach
want
us
to
how to
walk that
roast
back?
vegetables, Lamau.
Huh?
Enjoy
Do I want to
your
walk backwards?
Yeah, you want to walk back that you called me your master?
I don't want to walk backwards towards you, no. I don't want to be part of ass first. I know that's what you like.
There it is. Dumper. How about dumper pumper? Say that one. Can you say that one? Dumper pumper?
Can you say that one?
Everyone, no. Everyone will laugh.
For like 10 minutes long.
Oh, wait. I like when you said something
like you guys that are right of center. Like I'm a leftist in many ways, but I will say, get rid of this fuck. Like, get rid of him. He's gonna ruin right-wing politics. If he gets any more prominent than he already is, he's gonna ruin it. Get rid of him. Expel him from your ranks.
I don't. If he does divide the right, if he divides the right and it makes it weaker, right? So let him have his small group of incel weirdos. The
He's
closet
talking about getting
incels.
people elected, and I think in some of the districts where he's planning, it's a district where people would be inclined to maybe vote for someone with Nick's views.
Yeah,
and then we have Groypers in the federal government.
And
That
we've
is a
seen how
scary
this,
proposition.
We've seen how this works. Marjorie Taylor Greene
She's
got
not a
elected,
Groyper, though.
but she is a weirdo, and now she's became the laughing stock. A Groyper gets in. This little Rick Astley cosplay review broad, frozen pizza eating kid. He gets elected, and then he becomes the laughing stock.
See, Groyper Sports. I gave him a boner right there when I was talking about them getting elected.
Afraid. And one person gets elected. You know what's going to happen? He's going to embarrass himself. He's going to go up. He's going to be on the Senate floor or whatever, the Congress floor. He's like, "You're just not based."
He's going to be like, "I'd like to present to all of you this meme. This meme
They've
is
already been
based
doing
in red
that.
pilled."
Remember when Marjorie Taylor Greene was using memes to make points, and they were
She's
not even
Groyper adjacent.
She
I'll
wasn't even
say.
using the memes correctly.
Of course,
she was boom groyping on them. Embarrassing. Funny though, and that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be low level politics.
Groyper Sports. I'm almost 41 years old, and you know, if me and Nick stepped into the ring together, I would decimate him. And you're supporting this very weak individual. He's weak in so many ways. Ma'am, you're supporting him. No comment. Ha! Because you know.
Flapjack boobs.
He is.
Medical Archive says
bitch
Nick
made.
and Beardson are just psychos LARPing as right wingers. That's why I hate them. Exactly. They're grifting on the right. They're getting all these people that feel disconnected from everywhere else. All these people that have nowhere else to spend their money because they believe the entire world is ran by Jewish media. And they find Nick Fuentes, and they sit at home all day watching Nick Fuentes talk about how shitty a cheeseburger was built at the local Herpes, or whatever the fuck is.
What is it called? Herpes?
Herpes burger. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck these kids are eating.
At the local Herpes.
That's what they do. They sit there and they complain about my mom wouldn't cook me a full meal, so she said eat a frozen pizza. And I was like, Mom.
I like how his burger got wrapped upside down, so we thought they like made it upside down. It's like, you know, you can turn the burger over, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what the majority of his content is, him complaining about little grievances, first world problems. Complain about first world problems when you are over here claiming it's the end of the world. You know,
it's the end of the white race.
It's the end of the white race, and they delivered my burger upside down.
That's another weird thing about Groyper Sports. Do you want like all of the like? Do you want way more white people in sports? Like you want to get rid of all the black and like all the other races in sports? Because that would make them suck because a lot of the best players wouldn't be playing.
Nah, Ben, there's a strong history of Mandingo fights.
What is that?
Race fighting black people against each other in slave days. They would just go back to that, right?
Like silly. It was like
that's what a lot of people compare the NBA and stuff to, is rich white people owning black slaves and making them ball together.
Groyper Sports is a big NBA fan.
Flapjack. Oh, if I were like 80 years old, I would think that's the funniest thing in the world. So
I know, because it's not funny that he literally has double tits like a fucking animal.
Ralph is a trash
You wouldn't talk about him eating shit out of a woman's ass?
Are we going to get Groyper Sports on here? We keep talking to the chat, and he says, no, that's absurd. You just don't get it. Should we just have Groyper Sports come into Discord, and we'll talk to Groyper Sports live?
Why?
Well, because you're talking to him in chat, and we could have him.
Sometimes we talk to the chat.
Yeah, we could have him on, and we could talk word for word, and he could own us. He could own us live. Don't you want to allow him the chance to own us live?
That would be boring as fuck.
Like have sex
And then
with your
then we
wife
would
on the internet too.
We'd be done with it, and he would
we
tuck
can have
tail.
him, we can have him on another time. We're talking about this right now.
The shit out of her, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, It's all pretty gross. I think you're gross. I think Ralph's a little gross with that. I think it's all pretty gross.
A little gross. So you think fingering a woman is worse
You're
than
right.
eating shit out of her ass?
I think it's all very gross, frankly. I think it's all very gross, actually. But in any case,
Does that sum up America first now? Shit eaters.
what sums up America first is inevitable, unstoppable, killing the older generation.
Again, this is Nick calling his shots like Babe Ruth, and then instead of hitting the home run, he goes, sits down, dunks his hot dog in the beer. That's all this is.
Yep. I like how Groyper Sports has been watching our stream for a long time, but they're too good to come on here now. They said no thanks.
Okay, well there you go. You're welcome not to come on Groyper Sports. I offered you the platform.
Nick's vision is a majority white ethno state, but you. So it, we just misunderstand what he wants. He wants to keep all the black people in the NBA, apparently, right?
Hilarious.
You're a fucking moron, dude.
If it was unstoppable, you could still fly in a plane, couldn't you?
No, I think that indicates how unstoppable we are, because then I get in a car and drive.
Oh, it sounds like you were stopped at the airport, Nick.
That's true. That's true. I did get stopped at the airport. But
And you're not supposed to say that's true. You're supposed to say, and that didn't stop me because I'm unstoppable. I drove to the spot. That's what you're supposed to say. Not supposed to tuck tail. That's true. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Truth is subjective. You don't have to accept Metokur's truth, but you did because you are a little baby, Nick. You're a baby, and you got a bunch of smaller babies whining and crying around you because you were deplatformed, and now that you babies have your own crib, you want to deplatform people in the other cribs. That's the problem, little baby. At some point, you got to grow up and realize your words need substance. You can't just call the shot like Babe Ruth and then dunk the dog. And I'm going to talk about dunking the dog 4 more times tonight. 4. Count them 4. Dunking dog 4 more times.
we have this platform.
What
we have
activities is that
AppPad.
again? Showing up late for live streams to do the news?
How about building a censorship-proof platform? How about hosting a conference with 1,200
censorship.
attendees?
You didn't.
In the opinion of Groyper Sports, an entire chat calling you a bitch means you own it, apparently.
Yeah.
Build it. Zimmerman
Alliances
did.
with
Probably with Munster.
Zimmerman didn't build it. Again, did you get that one from Kiwi Farms? Do you know why they say he did? Because he works.
So
at
you don't
the domain
have people from
registrar.
Epic. You don't have people from Epic working on your website.
No, Epic is our domain registrar.
Mhm. But they didn't help you set anything up.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your privacy policies and like
Yeah, try
Section
something else.
230
See, try
compliant?
something else. Throw something else out.
I'm asking
Like,
about
the
your
one,
website.
The one thing
You're
didn't
out of
work.
it.
Now try something else out.
You literally just opened the door. You said, I built a successful censorship-free platform.
That's right.
So I'm asking you about your
Absolutely.
platform.
What about it?
So is it 230 compliant?
Is what? Section 230 compliant? Yes. 100%.
What's that mean? Asian dentist compliant?
Section 230 compliant just means that it adheres to the Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
So you have a DMCA registered agent to take complaints? Because I don't see it.
We have
anywhere on your
everything. We have
website.
everything.
Where is it on your website, Nick?
That's on the website.
Where?
At the bottom.
See, he's lying right now. He's saying that you can DMCA things on his site, which is a requirement when you run
Yeah.
a platform. And he's like, yeah, just look at the bottom. It's at the bottom. Just look at the bottom.
It's at the bottom.
At the bottom where?
At the bottom of the
RIP
website.
Little Nick has sent $100.
at the bottom.
So if I go there, there's a button that says DMCA.
No, it's just the bottom, below that. Just a little further down. The bottom, bottom.
So anyway. So this is again.
So Nick's stumbling a little bit, either because he got caught lying or because the word catboy was being spammed.
Right now, I don't see it.
Later on, Metokur says he can't hear the TTS, so I would think Nick
There,
also
you
can't
just
hear
gotta
them.
keep looking.
Yeah, I'm sure he can't. I was just making a joke.
Faggot,
Yeah.
revenge pornographer, rapist, deadbeat dad.
Oh, here
America
it comes.
first, by the way.
You're
Ralph
fun,
is a
Jim.
faggot,
You're very
revenge
fun.
pornographer,
Do you like
deadbeat
it? I'm
dad.
having
I do like
America
it.
first, by the way.
I think this kind. I
Ralph
think
is
this
a faggot,
style of
revenge
comedy is
pornographer,
fun.
rapist, deadbeat dad.
Well,
Right.
this isn't comedy. Remember, I'm unfunny.
No, you're a comedian, aren't you?
You just told me I wasn't.
But that's
I'm trying
what
to
you
take
are,
lessons
right?
here, Nick.
Aren't you a comedian? Isn't that what you are, or pretend to be, or something?
I'm a person on the internet, like pretty much anybody else.
Me too.
This is riveting.
This
Quality
is so gay.
debate.
Nick, can't you just admit that it was fucking stupid that Ralph is going around bragging about DMCing people and that maybe you went overboard?
So if we could get that, yeah, that's the original point. No, I think it was funny.
So you think it's
I think
funny
it's
just
funny
to
to
abuse the legal
DMCA.
system?
Yes. And I'm tired of pretending it. He abused the legal system and you're laughing. Yeah, I am laughing. I think it's funny. Are you not laughing?
I think it's kind of gay.
Are
Why
you
are you
not
laughing?
entertained?
Well, I mean, if you can't take a joke,
Yeah, I
right,
think
Nick?
nobody
mean,
is
that seems
entertained.
like that
Everybody
makes you the
has
sensitive one if
paused
you've got
and
a
said,
flag down
"This
and
is
I don't think it's got to do with
Rape
not
at
being
Ralph
able to
sent
take
Dumb.
$30. Ralph is a faggot revenge pornographer.
What do you think it
rapist,
has to do with?
deadbeat
I mean, it
dad.
has to do with
America
laughing
first,
at
by the
someone's
way.
misfortune.
Ralph is a faggot revenge pornographer, rapist,
Can you
deadbeat
expand on that?
dad.
What do you mean?
America
Yeah, I
first,
mean,
by
if
the way.
so Flamenco and
faggot
his
revenge
job is to
pornographer,
send people to
rapist,
Ethan Ralph's
deadbeat
event.
dad.
He's trying so hard to stop the TTS.
And sabotage the event. And if his job is to accuse Ethan Ralph of being a rapist, and then Ethan Ralph knocks out a stream for a week.
Well, I mean, let's
funny.
be clear about that. Let's
Okay.
be clear about that. Alice accused Ethan Ralph of
Hey
being
guys,
a
I'm
rapist.
starting to think Nick might be a pathetic little bitch-made worm.
Yes, and thank you for getting us to 500. So we're at 62.5%.
Is Nick pathetic? That's debatable. Is he a bitch-made worm? That's obvious. Now, inherently, is a bitch-made worm inherently pathetic? Is that the case? If so, then obviously Nick is a pathetic bitch-made worm. And we can say that because Nick, like Groyper Sports, ducks us. He doesn't want to come
did.
live.
He did.
He doesn't want to come live.
What a pathetic individual.
He doesn't
And
wanna
our
come
biggest
live.
fan. I mean,
1025.
he's putting our stats up so high. He's been watching since the beginning. Holy shit. Everyone like the stream. Especially you, Groyper Sports. Come on, like the stream.
Okay.
The woman that
Medical
said she was
Archives
sexually
Restream
assaulted.
says, show tits, Billy. We're not at the goal yet. We will have Ethan Ralph on one side, me on the other, and we'll judge. We'll have a poll, and we'll see who's got the spiciest rack. Okay?
We're going to take a break from this, but we will come back to it. I have the timestamp. It's like 31 minutes in. I wanted to play something hilarious. Somebody trolled their local news station into wishing Ralph a happy birthday.
Ethan, happy birthday, Ethan. Love your dad, Jim.
Oh,
and best
no.
Your dad, Jim Metokur.
Oh, no.
friends Josh, Flam, and Gator. Good luck on the
Josh is the guy that runs Kiwi Farms.
upcoming corn harvest and enjoy that cake.
On the upcoming corn harvest. Wrecked.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious.
Wrecked.
All right, we'll get back into it here. $5 TTS up to help us reach the goal. If you want to do a $5 Streamlabs donation, it'll play TTS.
A rapist. And then Ethan Ralph knocks out a stream for a week.
Well, I mean, let's
funny.
be clear about that. Let's
Okay.
be clear about that. Alice accused Ethan Ralph of being a rapist.
Okay.
The woman that said she was
Thinking
sexually
about
assaulted.
making a DP8-bit JRPG video game. Brett Keane as Archvillian. Cobes works for Brett but then realizes he's a sicko and redeems himself.
Yes!
We'll keep you sweet boys updated.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. That would be insanely amazing. Holy shit.
Accused Ethan Ralph.
We need Andy Dick in it too, I think, at some point. Like, catch Andy Dick, he's wandering around the city.
Do we know where he's at now?
After the stream where we had Captain Content on,
Yeah.
and Andy was gone at that moment, he started tweeting at like 3 a.m, like, somebody help.
Sacrifice Ralph to the corn gourd.
The corn gourd.
Andy was like, somebody help me, I'm stranded in downtown LA. And then I guess he somehow he ended up back with Attila and Captain Content because he was on their RVs. They have 2 RVs, I guess.
Yeah, there's one RV, I guess, that's broke down in the woods, and then there's one that Captain Content's roving around in.
The one I see has leather couches in it.
That's Captain Content's RV.
That's a sweet RV. And it's not trash like Blade's RVs are a fucking disaster.
Those RVs take a lot
Ice
of
Poseidon's
punishment.
RV, it was gross, dude.
They take a lot of punishment.
I remember sitting on Ice Poseidon's RV being like, this is gross. Why are we just sitting here? We're just like sitting there.
It's for the content.
The most interesting thing was Sweet Aaron was there, and she was talking about Baked Alaska and what a bitch he was. Baked Alaska cucked out for Sweet Aaron. And the one thing, Baked Alaska, for some reason, I don't know what it was, dropped the grift for a second when the shooting in New Zealand happened. He made like the alt-right is irresponsible. They allow these shootings to happen.
Was that when he went to the left for Aaron?
I think it was
because he was
after.
simping for Aaron.
I think it was after.
He went to the left. He started supporting the left because he got a girl that he wanted to touch her wussy, and she decided she'd rather be with anybody else.
Anybody else.
And then he stuck to the left for a little bit, and then came back balls to the wall, hard right. Took a hard right because he saw Nick Fuentes' little backpack he could climb up on and Baby Yoda on his back.
He's done this so many times because he worked for who did he work for? Was it BuzzFeed or something like that? I think he worked for
probably.
Yeah.
Believe all women, Metokur?
He's
You
been all
hashtag
over the
believe
place.
all women?
He goes wherever he thinks he can make a buck.
He's got no spine.
Do you
But he's got
disbelieve them if your sister
pepper
said
spray.
I believe
laugh
no.
at her
I
and say,
believe
"Shut
no
the fuck
women.
up"?
I believe no women ever.
So if your
I
sister
believe
came
no
to you and said,
women
"I
As
ever."
a rule, no. As a rule, I believe no women. Do you believe all women, Jim?
Hold on. I gotta
Wait,
turn off TTS. It's getting there's too many people. I've raised it to like $100 and people are still like throwing it at me.
Metokur, do you believe all women?
It's gone.
I don't necessarily disbelieve them, Nick. It's weird. You're taking the polar opposite of position.
Yeah,
right?
I don't
So,
believe
we're
any women.
gridlock.
He calls all women Play-Doh enthusiasts in a second here.
I think everything women say is a lie, and I think all women are pedophiles.
Well, that's
You know, I also don't like the way Nick and people like Nick use that word so irresponsibly. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't respect anything they say, so I don't really care when they say things completely disrespectful to any cause because their words are so fucking hollow. It's easy to throw around the P word to get some cheap heat. It's like going into
it's the easiest
into
thing.
Met Stadium and talking about how you're a Yankees fan. It's just cheap heat. Has no backbone. It's like going into Met Stadium and dunking that dog in the beer. 3 more
That's
left.
gross. That's
3
gross.
more left.
Gross.
3 more.
Very-
I'm going to reference it 3 more times tonight.
It's a very gay answer.
Again, yeah. Zing. That's a gay. That's good. That's a gay answer. Zing.
I've been
Boom.
waiting for your wit and like your insults and shit, but like there's just nothing. You do a durr voice and then say cringe. Where is it? Come on, hit me with the fire.
Yeah, there is no wit, right? Anyway, Nick's wit is telling you how good he is and then failing to deliver on any of his claims.
Right.
That's the closest thing to wit he has. A lot of people, I think, follow Nick because they aren't follow-through people anyways. So they just rally behind the claims and they don't really care if anybody delivers on them.
So Groyper Sports is afraid to come on, but he's still in the chat.
Yeah.
Someone please think of the Play-Doh files. I'm not saying think of them. I'm saying calling all women Play-Doh files is an irresponsible thing to say because we know that's not true. It's a dumb fucking thing to say.
I've known about 7 women in my life, and not all of them were Play-Doh files.
Not all of them.
Maybe 5 or 6.
So do you believe Alice?
Definitely
Do you
not
believe
all
all
of them.
women?
No, I said that she's IP2 thought, so who knows if she's telling the truth or not.
Okay, so Flamenco's
That was my
amplifying. So Flamenco's amplifying a rape allegation. You mean you're being semantic about this?
Yeah, so instead of DMCAing it, why don't you just respond saying,
Man, that Catholic priest must have done a number on this guy. How can he possibly ever claim to not be gay? This man is gayer than a rainbow sucking a dick.
somewhere you'll find it, the rainbow erection, the lovers, the Groypers, and me. But that's... I lost my train of thought from before. No, here right now, what I was going to say was absolute fire. You had to douse it to call Nick Fuentes gay for $5.
I thought it was funny.
He aired
Killed
it,
my
he
genius.
platformed it, he hosted it. He's insinuating himself in Ethan Ralph's life.
What is going on now?
Accusing him of being a rapist. That's not, and that's my point. Is you say, "Oh, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you." It's just lulz. And but accusing someone of being a rapist is not the same thing.
Should he put it through, Nick? I mean, do you have like a list of when it's acceptable to talk about something on the internet? Is there like a Nick Fuentes approved list of we can talk about it now?
Is accusing someone of being a rapist like just for laughs? Is that just like a hilarious joke?
You just accused women of...
Yeah, all women are pedos. So I guess based on your recent comment, Nick, you're either dumb, not being able to do the math because 100% of women are not pedos, obviously. That 100% of people aren't anything.
Not even like 10%.
You're either dumb or you're using the same humor you're critiquing right now, sentences after using it. I don't know, Nick. Unless you can prove 100% of women are pedos, I don't believe it. You're flailing.
Honestly,
it would seem like a topic of conversation people would be interested in, considering there are DMs between them. There's a relationship between them.
Why
Money
do
was
you
exchanged
care?
between them.
Why do you care?
Why do you care that I care?
I don't care. I actually
So
don't
then
care. You're the
there's
one
your
that
answer.
cares.
I actually don't care. No, see, here's the thing. Like, I don't even care. You care so much.
All right. Well,
I love how debates have just came down to who cares the least. Good job. Good job,
I
debate,
see that
Brett.
happen a lot. It's like, yeah, I agreed to come here and debate you, but now I'm just going to tell you how I don't care about what we're debating
There's
about.
a lot of things that I don't care about. But I like making jokes. And I will defend jokes almost always. Every once in a while, though, somebody makes a comment about Jada Pinkett Smith, and I go on the other side of defending jokes. And I defend smacks. Because smacks are funny.
Boo.
Slapstick is a form of comedy.
Did you like Mike Tyson punching the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would he care? Why would he care to? You said that people might be interested. Why would people be interested?
That wasn't a joke. That guy was straight up harassing him on an airplane where he couldn't get up and leave if he wanted to. So I think that was more justified than the Will Smith thing.
Why would people care?
But still probably shouldn't have done it. He probably should have squealed
It's
on him.
fitting that this middle school piss battle is hosted by an actual child.
Yeah. What is this? Yeah. What is he doing?
That Ethan Ralph talked
Why
about.
would okay? So you're asking me why would people care?
I think he's counting his
about a
pubic
dude
hairs.
That's already got convicted of revenge porn for eating shit out of a woman's ass. Rages out all the time. Flew to Portugal, got beaten with pipes for his fucking purse. Why would somebody be interested in this train wreck?
It
that
was
keeps
some
fucking...
sort of Twilight Zone moment. Metokur was moral fragging and Nick became a nihilist.
I believe in nothing.
going and going and going and going and going.
I don't care at all, actually. You know,
Okay, so
like because here's the thing. Like I have a life. I have like my own life. And by the way, if I made someone else's business my business, I would expect something in return. That's what I'm trying to say here.
What?
You're trying to say, oh, you're thin-skinned. You can't take a joke. We're laughing at you. And then you're coming at us. It's like, okay, well, sending someone to another person's event to fuck with you, platforming a rape accusation against somebody, it's again, it's like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Oh, we were just
literally
laughing.
did
It's like,
that.
that's
Nick,
not laughing.
Nick, you've literally done that. You've platformed Flamenco on your website. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but I didn't have somebody on my show to accuse Ethan Ralph of being a rapist.
All right, let's skip ahead a little bit because this goes on for a little while. Do you want to get to the part where people start showing up?
I suppose.
All right, because Flamenco shows up.
DM'd me. He said, Baked Alaska's parents, he got the docs from the website, so it technically wasn't like from a news.
This guy also, he missed so many opportunities. Like Destiny was waiting to come on, and they didn't bring Destiny on.
According to
this guy was not a good moderator for this.
I mean, what's Destiny going to add to this? Destiny.
It would have been hilarious.
Destiny doesn't have good.
It would have been
opinions on
hilarious.
things. What?
Do you want to debate Destiny?
Yeah.
Okay.
On things.
He already agreed to come back on, so if you want to debate him, that would be interesting.
Is he sponsored by Chipotle?
No, he's sponsored by Qdoba.
There we go.
Actually, I watched a review bra video the other day, and he was eating Taco Bell. And when I watched it, an ad came up for Qdoba. Yeah.
DM I got.
Yeah, if I was Qdoba, I'd try and
people
take
kept
all the
coming in to
Taco
check my
Bell
DMs, and that's what he wanted
people
to say.
onto.
You ready for me to bring in Keemstar Flamenco?
The dole.
The dole. The company
Just
dole.
Keem, I don't need to be in here until the end, dude. Fucking hell.
Oh, here's Keemstar.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I got
We watched
COVID
this
right
earlier.
now, so I'm just gonna say a few things and then take off because I'm pretty sick. But I was watching this thing and Nick, I'm telling you, you're getting destroyed,
I wish
man.
DJ Prom Day down in the corner would turn on some jams.
DJ Prom Day in the mix.
It's just, it's
We
really
spiked the punch and dropped the
embarrassing,
pill
bro.
in your
You come
cup.
across as this like little bitch that you're mad and upset that someone was making fun of you and you're over there crying in the
I like
corner.
how Flamenco's a little dog in a little bowl.
And then
What?
every time in this debate where you were like, I'm not the one crying, I'm not the one. I'm like, yes, you are. That's why you flagged him. So, dude.
Well, this is the guy that reported Baked Alaska to the FBI.
Baked Alaska
And it
is a
was
bitch.
For you to
funny.
get in here, you snitched to the fucking pigs, dude. You're gonna come in here and say that?
Yeah, dude. That dude.
I'm pretty sure the FBI already knew.
And yeah, retweeting a public video that somebody made of committing a crime against the country, retweeting it is more of a joke than snitching.
I think official charges have been filed against him for that now, too.
Yeah, the other day they got filed.
What an idiot, man. Like, that was such a dumb move.
All around in public.
All of his moves are dumb moves. He
the
pepper sprays homeless people.
He will catch a genuine ass whooping eventually because of that.
I have been pepper spray training for 7 months.
Have you?
I've been every day. I wake up and
You're
I
lying.
spray
You're
my
lying.
face with pepper spray.
I gotta go.
So that I can go down there and become Billy anti-pepper, and I'm gonna start anti-spraying people. You come up in my face with a pepper spray, I'm gonna walk right through your little spray, grab you by the back of your head, and just pepper spray, smooch your eyelids. Oh, rub all the spray right into your little face, and then crack you with a headbutt, bah, Samoan style, and break you. That's the plan. Billy, it's a Cinderella. Yeah, I have not been pepper spray training, but I've been thinking about it for 7 months, which is really the beginning of training, right? Thinking about it is the beginning. All the great movements in the world started with a thought. These hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own, and I will not be broken. Sorry, Baked Alaska. No pepper spray in jail. Dropping his best Kids Bop. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, I love Kids Bop. Call that move to crack pepper. Get him. I'm so wholesome. I agree. Thank you for pointing out how wholesome I am. I love you too, Xing Butcher. Oh, IP2. Bang, bang. Don't just think about it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. If anybody works at a record label, sign me to a record deal. I have like my next album ready to roar. I was in the fucking shower today and I was writing probably what will become timeless classics while I was washing my balls. And I thought to myself, it's time to put this out in the world. I need a record deal. Somebody sign me. That's why defending jokes whose whole cloth is stupid. Someone can Schrodinger's douchebag anything as a joke. Yeah, but like, let them, right? This is the thing. They can Schrodinger's douchebag as a joke, but they're not going to be able to make a career out of joking. They're going to paint themselves as miserable pricks. Like say, yeah, what you said, it's just a joke, bro. Well, it's not just a joke. You know, a joke is never just a joke. A joke is a well-crafted piece of art. And if you're over here smearing poop on the bathroom stall claiming it's a Picasso, I'm sorry, you're not an artist. You're a shit stirrer.
It's a poop-casso.
Yeah, you're a shit stirrer. It's completely different.
Jewish.
That dude would go around in public.
Jew
Can I
that
finish?
snitches to the pigs. All right, go
Can I
ahead.
finish?
Go ahead,
All
sorry.
right, that dude would go around
And
and
then,
literally
the
fuck with
pigs.
people on the streets, and then pepper spray just.
If someone beat Nick Fuentes' ass, he would snitch to the pigs.
Snitch him.
So.
Random innocent people. I seen this happen like multiple fucking times. So the dude's a fucking.
If someone like kicked his front door in and stole all of his computers and shit, he would snitch to the pigs.
Criminal, he needs to be locked up.
Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, nigga. You're a law
I respect the laws. He's
You're a law
fucking
cuck
criminal.
like Metokur.
I mean, you don't think Baked Alaska is a criminal? He's a
I
fucking
do,
criminal.
and criminals are based, dude.
Base, bro.
So you
Yeah,
like
it
your
is.
swatters?
But he's a
You like your
criminal.
swatters,
He
Nick?
does.
No.
He deserves
Is that
to be in
based?
jail.
No, that's not based. Those are the wrong kinds of.
What I don't like, the wrong kinds of criminal.
I like white crimes.
Oh, but you like you like criminals, so that's based. when
I
you
like
swat,
I like
right?
criminals that are funny. Unlike you, you're neither a criminal nor funny.
I thought they found it hilarious when they swatted you, Nick. Why
I'm
why
sure
don't you
they
like
did.
the joke?
I'm sure they did. Well, in my subjective opinion, it's not laws. In my subjective opinion, I wouldn't do that. Isn't that your move? So you're both fucking.
I love
wrong.
criminals, but not when the crimes are against me. Okay,
That's
gotcha.
right. Yeah, that's right. I'm
Sour
an
grapes.
outlaw. I'm an
Sour
outlaw
grape.
for the white. Yeah, you could say it. I'm an outlaw for the white
so
man.
cringy, bro. You're so
Okay,
cringy.
yeah, you're fucking yeah. You're with Susan Wojcicki
Dude.
on YouTube, bro. You literally eat shit for the New World Order.
I eat
YouTube.
shit for the New
Yeah.
World Order.
Yeah, you do. You're on YouTube and you snitch to the FBI.
Oh my God!
Everybody
Where did
knows you
where
fought
did
for
two-
Susan Wojcicki.
Where did
Everybody knows-
2011 Alex Jones come from? What the
Everybody
fuck?
knows that you. Everybody knows you sent for Susan
All
Wojcicki.
right.
Why are you still on YouTube then, huh?
Hey, the New World Order is currently trying to kill me with this COVID, so I gotta take off.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Wow, you're a snitch.
Oh, did we get baked in here too?
Well, Metokur, why didn't you grill him? He snitches on Baked Alaska to the federal government. Isn't that butthurt?
I thought that's based and funny, man.
No, not when it happens to me. Not when it happens to us. It's only funny when it happens to other people.
True.
Right, sour grapes.
No,
Who were
it's
you
not sour
bringing in,
grapes.
Michael? What was the next fucking person?
Baked Alaska. Did we bring him? Oh, he just left.
Baked
bring him
Alaska.
in.
Well, he just left. So
Why did they choose a little kid to be their moderator? I don't get it.
If he rejoins, I'll bring him in.
It's because Nick wants to be.
He's grooming him.
Old, right? He wants to represent himself as being stature.
You think so?
So he brings on like a kid in a costume to be the moderator, so Nick looks more manly, I guess.
People in the chat are agreeing Nick is grooming what's his name? Michael Alberto.
And if Destiny rejoins,
Okay,
I'll also
Groomer.
bring him in. He sat for like 20 minutes and then he left. So if he still wants to come in, I'll
I'll
bring him
tell
in.
Destiny to join back in, but kick me out real quick.
All right.
Leave me for the end, dude.
How do I? Okay. You should have told me that.
Yeah, I told you that 3 times now.
Oh, did you? I don't know.
Oh no, you know, I was gonna say keep him in here. Can we just talk about the fucking pegging and wooden horses and be done with it for the night? I don't know what the flamenco talk is gonna be. What?
I gotta bring him back in. I bring him back in.
Alaska, after
Flamenco.
getting
think so.
accidentally stuck in the between the bars in his cell, and a white supremacist gang members notices him. What are you doing, step racist?
What are you doing, step racist? No.
Have me on for when
No.
Ralph comes on.
Well,
we're doing a poll on Nick's.
Metokur wanted to say something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Nick, do you got anything for him? I guess that he's fucking.
There is a point later where he like gives Michael a direct order too. He's like, Michael, check this, and he's like, oh, okay.
Here.
For flamenco?
Yeah, I guess I
don't
guess
know
like
what.
to I guess to
Flamenco talked
clarify on a few
yesterday.
things. I guess to clarify on a few things. I sent Michael.
I like how
DM.
earlier Nick was like things that I would make fun of Ethan Ralph for. And he said for his sunglasses, and Michael's over here doing the same thing, hiding behind his sunglasses inside.
Nick was talking about how he got beat up. Like he wears the sunglasses to hide because he's like permanently disfigured from that shit.
Oh no.
From the guy that was at Ralph's event. I didn't know that guy was even going to the event like the day after. And when I fucking clarified that to Ralph, he's like, "Oh, well, you should have called me." And it's just like, dude, you're fucking like blowing up my shit saying like, "Oh, I fucking hate that guy." Why would I fucking do that? It's not like Tux was saying, "I'm going to go and I'm going to shoot up even Ralph's event." Like then I would have probably fucking told Ralph, but like why the fuck would I? I don't get where Ralph like gets this idea that I don't know, people that he's in fights with are owed his fucking loyalty. I don't know.
I just think you're pressed about the DMCA. I've told you that.
Not really. Like I fucking literally tweeted about it. Lol and eat shit, Ralph.
Yeah, and then you're going around crying to everybody about, "Oh my gosh, I think that was just terrible" or whatever. Now you told me you're like, "I lost $500. I lost 10 days worth of income. My income. You're coming for my income."
Yeah, I think it's thin skin and
so
I
you
think
didn't.
it's gay.
So you didn't say like.
They use gay a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
just said LOL. No, you went and cried and said, "I lost $500."
low
When did I
level
cry?
intelligent
When did I cry about it?
conversation.
On the other stream,
Oh,
the
I
other night,
complained
we were
about
on
it.
that
Yeah, I
stream
complained
together.
about it because Ralph is a thin-skinned bitch who can't take anything.
Sounds like you're thin-skinned and you can't take
How
it.
am I? How am
I know you are, but
thin-skinned?
what am I? The debate.
You're going around crying about, "I lost
tell people after that?
$500.
Did I tell people after that to flag his shit?
I don't think that you.
No, I didn't.
I definitely talked that way back in the day. I used to say, "Oh, that's gay." Like,
Yeah, I think everybody who grew up in the 90s did.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at some point, you evolve.
Flagging
Because I'm
him
not a
doesn't
thin-skinned
make
bitch about it.
Yeah, you just went and cried about losing $500 to everybody who would listen.
Yeah.
Other than
like,
that, you didn't.
Did
cry.
you complain when people struck your channel?
No, I didn't actually.
You didn't complain at all. You didn't try to
Not at
contest
all.
it at all.
Not at all. No, when JF flagged my channel, I just said, "Yeah, whatever." Literally, you can go back.
Lies.
I just said, "Yeah, whatever." I just said, "Yeah, whatever."
Lies.
I just brushed it off. A little revisionist history here.
Watch the show. Pull the tape. Michael, pull the tape.
What tape?
Michael, pull the tape.
Pull a tape when JF banned my channel.
If I can find it, I'll...
See, Michael.
If I can find it, sir.
Michael. I better see that go up to the poll go up to 100% now because of what we just watched. Michael, pull the tape. Pull the tape.
Try.
The flag.
Michael is like his Gary Delabate right now. Pull the tape, Michael.
My channel. I said, yeah,
Baba
whatever.
Booey.
But you went around telling people he went for my income. That's why it's pretty rich. Metokur goes like, "Oh,
Michael.
you said
Ralph
wife
bragged about that,
ruiners
yeah.
and blah blah blah."
Yeah, Ralph
and it's like, and you guys are
specifically
going, "My
bragged that I
income,
wouldn't
you're
be able to
coming
get
for my
money that week.
income."
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Let me clarify on that life ruin shit because that's disingenuous as fuck and you know it.
I don't think so. I think you're.
When I talked about life ruination with Ralph, he wanted to take his co-host. He wanted to make a.
Why do you
poster of
talk
his
about
co-host, put
Ralph
his
so
full name up.
much?
You guys are literally
Get
in
Ralph's
a
name on
debate
it now.
about him right now. You fucking moron. Why are you talking about the thing that we're talking about right now so much? It's like, what? Oh.
Tech.
All you talk about
That's
is
the
Ralph,
fucking
Ralph,
context.
Ralph.
Wow, you're scared.
You're like Ralph's wife.
Fine.
Does
Dodge it.
Ralph
Go
stick
ahead,
his
dodge it.
Does Ralph stick his fingers up your butt?
I don't care about it. Why do you talk about it so much? I don't care about it.
No, we don't.
Does
have a
Ralph
relationship
stick
like
his
you and
fingers
Jaden.
up your butt? Because you
We don't
talk
have a
about him all
relationship
the
like you and
time.
Jaden.
Ah ha ha ha! I think you and Ralph should join each other's fan clubs. More specifically,
can you guys hold on?
I think
Wait,
you
I'm sorry.
should
Wait,
be
wait.
the president of Ralph's
Michael,
fan club
Yeah, what's
because
up?
all you talk about is Ralph.
Hold on, Nick, hold on for a second.
Ralph,
All you talk
Michael,
about
Ralph.
is Ralph.
That.
I'm getting a message.
But Ralph
I'm
is a
getting
Ralph
message
male.
from the New World Order.
What's up?
They're
Ralph
telling me to
male.
take Nick down.
All right.
And they said to bring my secret agent Keemstar back because we both work for the New World Order, and we need to take down Little Nipples.
Well, Flamenco's
Michael, was that funny? Was that joke
Very
funny
funny.
just there when he said little nipples? I like that one.
Yeah, where does
I like
little
that one
nipples
'cause it's
come
on
from? I
Kiwi
always see
Farm.
that one. Where's that come from?
It comes from Kiwi Farms, like all his jokes. That's where it comes
No,
from.
it comes from the fact that his name is Nick, and then Nicker.
And it
is
sounds like
nipples.
nipple. Yeah, I know. Bottom of the barrel trash.
I love how you're spazzing out. I like how you don't want me to talk about
You're
what
just not
you want to
funny.
do to Gator.
I'm
know you
not
don't want me to talk about what
spazzing,
you
dude.
did to
We're in a
Gator.
debate.
I know you don't want
We're
me
in a
to talk
debate. This
about
is
We're in a debate, bro.
He's
No,
covering
you're
up.
gay. No, your mom has cancer. No, your mom.
He's just talking over him to avoid addressing what he's talking about at this point.
Down, bro. This is Friday Night SmackDown. And you're
Is it really?
not funny. Yeah, it is. I'm smacking you
there's
down.
no SmackDown happening.
I'm smacking you down like this.
Oh God, he's back.
Look at how limp
He's
wristed
back
you
to
are.
the slap.
You break your
Smacking
fucking
you
hand.
down. I'm smacking you down because your content isn't
So
funny.
weak.
You're literally taking stuff from Kiwi Farms that you read like last night, and then you're promulgating this
Yeah,
on the show.
except Nick, this doesn't stand up very well because the last half an hour we watched was you complaining about his tweet saying, "If I had a kid, I would love and take care of my child," which was not something from Kiwi Farms. That was something Metokur crafted to throw shade at Ethan Ralph, and you brought that up. So if we're bringing up Ethan Ralph, you probably shouldn't have spent a half an hour defending a joke that was made against him because you brought that up.
It's crazy how we skipped like an hour and a half too at this point.
This is some kind of an own. Little nipples, yeah, I saw that one on Kiwi Farms like 2 years ago, bro. It's hilarious.
Oh, so you've been reading Kiwi Farms for 2 years, have you?
Yeah,
Of course
the people
he
that
does.
talk about me obsessively every day. Yeah, kind of like how you talk about.
Of course,
Ralph
if people
obsessively.
talk about me obsessively, I obsess over the comments, that I find ways to get calluses over my tender, soft feels.
This is Piss Wars. Dun, dun, dun.
Like how you
Have you
tweet
ever
20
tried to
days.
play Kiwi
That's
Farms, too?
That's why you tweet.
Oh, by the way, I got the weirdest strain of weed. Like the name of this weed strain.
Goat piss. Cheetah piss. Hybrid.
Oh, you can't see it.
Cheetah
because of the green
piss.
screen.
Hybrid.
It says
Dun, dun.
cheetah.
Does it taste like Cheetos?
It tastes like cheetah piss, and I would know. I used to work at a zoo. I'll have you know.
20 times a day about Ethan Ralph.
What's
dude.
the most like human penis at the zoo? Like on an animal? Like what's the most?
I don't know, dude.
Like
I would guess chimpanzees because they're the closest.
I heard they're a lot
animal.
smaller.
I have
than,
no idea, dude. Dude, you're weird. I didn't go around looking at the genitalia of the animals.
Ralph,
You're
you didn't?
weird. You
No,
are
I think
fucking
Ralph
weird.
was
worked
mad.
there.
I will ask you.
I wasn't a zookeeper. I worked at like in the food service
Again.
areas. That is I have to admit, dude. That is really a fucking weird first question to
Is
ask.
it?
Yes.
Nick reads
This
his fucking
Ralph
thread
stick his
every day
fingers
for
up
2
your
years.
ass. We have to know. We have to know for the chat.
Nick
Have you
reads
ever
his
had-
thread
wait,
every fucking day
Hang
for
on.
2 years.
Hand on the Bible.
I
Hand
know,
on
gotta
Nick
run to the
Nikita's
chat.
Bible.
Gotta
Hand on Nick
run to
Nikita's
the
Bible.
Funny if Lil Bocat plays the gunt when Ethan Ralph comes on.
I wish.
Yeah.
He won't.
Here come the gun. Here come
DeGunt
the
is
gun.
so
Bow.
good. DeGunt and MC Jarbo are like a crew. And they roll together and they'll collab from time to time. It's really good.
Run to the chat.
Hell yeah.
Arrest him! Arrest him! I was listening to that shit while I was setting up the show today.
Hugbox. Hey, fellow cat boys. Hey, fellow cat
catchphrase.
boys. Am I winning?
Catchphrase.
Am I being based and red pilled?
Hug box. There it is again. But I want to know. Did Ethan Ralph ever stick his fingers up your ass? I have to know that. Yes. or
Just
no?
the once. Just the once, Nick.
Fucking disgusting.
Just one time, Nick.
Both of you repulse me, frankly. Both of you. You having
no,
sex on
we
stream.
loved it.
Let's
Ralph
not
sniffing
moral
his finger.
frag. Let's not moral frag, Nick. You just called him out for moral fragging earlier, and now you want to moral frag. Let's do the do, Nick. Let's stop calling people out for the things that we do. Me, I do everything nasty as hell. Nasty as hell. I only call out people for being clean. That's the only thing I ever critique anybody for ever.
It's
Because I'm a
an
dirty
entirely
motherfucker.
sordid affair. It's
Nick,
honestly
you should join us.
disgusting. No,
It's
I'm not
safe
into
and
that.
comforting
Sorry,
here. You don't
sorry.
have to hide it.
That's not my thing.
time
You
to
know,
Nick reminds me of G-Man. Nick is like the way he argues and the way he thinks about things reminds me of G-Man a lot. Someone who just will never they either cannot or refuse to understand an argument that proves them wrong, so they just keep going in the same direction.
You know my
It's
thing
time
is
to come
my thing is the cats. Your thing
Eating
is
ass.
Ralph. You've got the crush on Ralph. That's not me. You know who my crush is on Cammy and on all the others. I don't know what you're into, man. Sorry. At least Catboy Cammy. At least he's
I
a
just
handsome
told you,
guy.
sticking my fingers up.
Well,
Ethan Ralph.
there you go.
I mean, you talk about the nipples and all that, and you're
Nick-
like all over him, man.
Nick's owning it. Nick's owning the Catboy Cammy thing. We can't ever talk shit about it ever again.
And we only saw the part that was streamed live. There might have been them meeting in a
Okay.
hotel and blowing each other. I'm just saying.
I have to make a comment on somebody in the pleb chat. MH says, "Why does Billy want all LGBT people dead?"
What?
I'm
Where did that come from?
I'm calling bullshit on that one.
What?
I actually want all LGBT people who have died to be resurrected Jesus Christ style and do gay fucking
Jesus Christ.
I want them to come back from the dead and do gay disco parties at church.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The opposite of wanting them
What?
dead. I want the dead gays undead. Okay? Okay?
Jesus
Put that one on the
Christ
record.
style.
Put that on the record. So brave.
Flapjack buffet over there. The way you talk about Ralph every day. Ralph said this. Ralph
This
said
is a
that.
great monologue.
Ralph angry. Ralph blah, blah, blah.
This is high quality
It's your
shit. You should get a talk
It's
show.
your time. It's your Twitter timeline. Your whole
It's my
timeline.
what? It's my Twitter.
It's
It's
your
my
whole.
what?
I said Twitter timeline. It's your whole Twitter timeline. Every single tweet on your timeline is about Ethan Ralph. And some of them, it's not. It's just like these status updates. Ralph did. You'll never guess what Ethan Ralph just did. It's like, we don't fucking care.
You want the gay version of The Walking Dead is basically what you just described.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Breaking news. Ralph just said this. That's great.
Oh my God,
Don't
Nick
you have, like, a
Fuentes
job or
doesn't
something?
find it funny.
Don't you have a job? Yeah, it fucking sucks, dude. Pick something else, man. Ethan Ralph just
Why
said
would I care
this.
if you like it or not, Nick? Why would I give a shit if you like it or not? And it's funny to me that
I
you
know
want to
you
start
don't
a
give a
streaming
shit about
platform,
anything
but
other
you're
than the law.
You're,
No, it's not
you're
the
fine
law.
fucking
You know,
with.
if I
You're
made it
fine
the law,
fucking with streamers.
I'm gonna make
My
it the
name's
law.
Nick Fuentes. I'm so smart. I'm gonna
I
make a
am.
streaming platform
That's a great
and then tell
impression.
everybody I like to fuck with streamers.
That's a good impression.
Is that the game?
If
So
I
you
made it
flag
a
them
law
and,
that you
know,
weren't
get them
funny, then
taken
maybe
out
care
to make
about
them
it.
come to Cozy?
I guess I have to tell. If
You know,
a
I think
police
that's what it is,
officer
Nick.
knocked
I
on the
think that's a
door
new
and
grift,
said,
the new
"Mr.
hustle.
Metokur, you
I
are
think
not
what you
funny,"
do is
you would be
you
like,
go after
"Officer,
streamers to
I'm
force them-
sorry.
to force them on
We need
your
a cop.
platform.
I'm 911.
You force them on your platform.
Mr. Metokur isn't funny." And they're gonna come with gun, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, listen,
You notice Nick's name in the StreamYard chat?
Yeah.
we got some reports that you're not funny," and you're gonna be like,
God, are
"The
you still
sanctity of the law, the sanctity of the law." We don't care
And this is
about
the guy
your
that
law.
cries about swatting.
We don't care
This is the guy
about
that
your
cries
law.
about swatting.
You know what? The people that Nick flags down probably should just bring him a class action lawsuit and then make him care about the law. A class action is a lot easier because like a bunch of people getting together and suing for smaller settlements. But on his end, it's one big settlement, but on everyone else's end, it's very small. You could all go in together and sue the shit out of him, and then they can play this video in court and show him that he did not give a fuck about the law.
I'm gonna have a photograph of a shit that Nick Fuentes left in my bed, and that's gonna be the deal breaker when we go to court.
And this is the
Okay,
guy
then
that
don't cry
cries
about
about
swatting.
Ethan Ralph. Don't cry about Ethan
No,
Ralph.
Nick.
Don't cry. We don't
Life-ruining
care about
scum
your
will not
domestic.
swat you.
We don't care about your domestic
Everybody heard
affairs
it.
with
Nick
Ethan Ralph.
Fuentes thinks it's fucking based.
I do not want to imagine
and he
Ethan
co-signs
Ralph
it.
and the
Speaking of, Nick Fuentes
chemotherapy-ridden
loves
body
swatting
that's going on
because
there.
he hates the
Honestly,
law.
it's
This is the
disgusting.
best example of why we need to encourage LGBT acceptance. When we don't, we get catboy Nazis.
Is that what?
Is it his?
Is that how we got Catboy Nazis?
Is it his sexual repression that made him such an angry little turd?
I mean,
Like-
maybe it could also be bad parenting. It could just be nobody accepting him. It could be the fact that the rumor that he had to go back to his hometown with a bag of weed trying to make friends, and they all denied him. And they said, yeah, we never wanted to hang out with him anyways, not even for weed. We thought he was douchey then, and when he went the way he did, it was even worse. That was the whole talk around his history. It seems like Nick has just never fit in. And that's why when I say he's the island, the Groypers are the island of misfit boys, it's because there are people nobody wanted. Beardson, nobody wanted a little fucking manlet cringe rapper. Well, nobody wanted Baked Alaska, the little fucking angry cringe rapper. Nobody wanted any of these guys.
Yeah.
And they found each other, and they found this weird virtue where, guys, guess what? Guess what? We can come together against the Jews.
We can get cozy together. You know what, though? Yeah, he wasn't even accepted as a neocon. Remember Nick's first show? Remember I showed you like his first show with his buddies, like his emo buddies
Yeah,
from
a little high school project where they're
Yeah.
sitting there saying, we're neoconservative kids, and one thing I want to do when I grow up is be cool.
Yep.
Well, you're not going to be cool,
well,
but
you
you can be a
and
Groyper.
Yeah,
Who is your business?
I
all
can't
right?
believe you're so dumb
privacy of
that
your
you're
own
going on a
bedroom.
stream saying that
So
you're
dumb.
flag.
By the way, cozy is such a weird, like, I feel like this is, Nick is like, hey, Michael, come over to Cozy TV. We can get cozy together.
Yeah, it's probably just came down to how many 4-letter URLs they could find.
I see. I see, Billy. I see.
It's cozy in his safe space hug box.
DMCA.
It sounds like you're getting kind of upset because we
Surprised that wasn't $5.05.
True obsession, the true villain all along. You're the #1 Ethan Ralph fan.
Cozy is a creepy name. I agree.
You're the one that's tweeting about him every day.
Why don't you get in my sleeping bag with me and get a little cozy?
5 minutes. You've run this. For
I'm the guy.
Andy Dick confirmed for Cozy TV.
I'm really impressed.
You're the one that keeps responding.
That'll be in like 10 years when the money dries up on this grift. Cozy TV will be Andy Dick and old ass Andy Dick and his little man boy child Nick Fuentes in a sleeping bag on a bearskin rug in front of a fireplace.
Nick Fuentes, I think, is Andy Dick's type.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
think
saying,
Andy
yeah.
Dick is Nick Fuentes' type.
Oh, but he loves the power and the fame.
Well, yeah, Nick
And
might
Dick, I'll do
Nick might just be yearning for a father figure at that point.
And Andy Dick, he falls in love very easily. He fell in love with that one guy.
He fell in drunk.
You're the one that keeps
I could be your father figure. Put your kitty paws in mine.
People are asking for what I just described as a motherload shirt.
Nasty.
I think it's Gish. I would because I'm smarter than you. You fucking idiot. It's Gish Gal.
I will
Gish
be
Gal.
your
You're a
father
fucking
figure.
idiot, dude. Retire.
I know. A Jew
log
with no
off,
butter. Fuentes on the roof.
Another Kiwi Farms and another Kiwi Farm zinger. Guess what? Guess what? When we are in charge, we're making against the law, and then we'll be.
Yeah, there's actually a channel available in every major city called Cozy TV. It's COZI, and it's just reruns of old TV shows from the last several decades.
Full agreement, you and I. Okay. Once you're done licking
It's
the
funny,
cop's
I mentioned
boots,
it, and
once you're done
Mysterios was
sucking
like,
on the cop's
Cozy
boots,
TV? Nick Fuentes is on Cozy TV?
What?
What?
We're the cops, then I think we'll be in total agreement. There'll be no beef because then we'll be the law, and you'll be sucking the cops' dicks and licking their boots because you love the law, and then there'll be no problem.
Sucking the cop.
Dude, Nick Fuentes was talking shit about black people and the BLM protest after the George Floyd murder the whole time,
Yeah.
and being like, look, this is an example of how this has gotten out of control.
And then remember what happened? The Black Lives Matter protest turned into the insurrection January 6th real quick, and the coin flipped. And he's like, well, wait a second, guys. No, you're the bootlickers now. Because y'all did your little protest in a fucking federal building. When the Black Lives Matter protest went on federal property, do you not remember the white vans coming out of nowhere, scooping people up and disappearing with them?
That was happening in Portland. Like,
Yeah, the second they went on the federal property.
You know, it was crazy. The Portland protests went on so long, and the only thing that actually ended them was wildfires. Literal wildfires that we actually at one point in the PNW over here, we had the worst air quality on planet Earth for like a week.
It was bad.
Yeah, and it smoked everyone out.
I just want to remind everybody that tries to say, oh, why was BLM never taken down the way these January 6th were? BLM, the second they got on federal property, were put in white vans and dispersed of immediately. That was happening. We have video proof of it happening on like the courthouse in Portland. The second they went on the federal
had,
property.
Like vigilante people on the streets in downtown Seattle. Remember the dude that stole the gun away from the kid?
Mm-hmm.
There was like a...
I'm so hoping for the day when Fuentes and Baked Alaska are suddenly booing in a federal courtroom.
And I think to myself,
There was some kid that
what
was...
a wonderful world.
Some kid, maybe like, I would say like 17 to maybe like
If we all
20
tip a
years
few
old.
bucks, we can meet this goal in no time.
Yeah!
Yeah. LGBT zombie dance party.
There, like during the protests in downtown Seattle, there was like this person that was, I would say anywhere from 17 to 20 years old. That,
Yeah, a little kid got into a cop car that had guns in it.
And took
pulled
a rifle.
the gun out. And a guy that was like hired security, he was down there.
I heard he was down there as like a vigilante or something.
He was hired security.
Okay.
He was. What was happening was the businesses down there knew the police weren't going to do shit, so they were hiring people to come down and deter action against their businesses.
He was in his face, like dude had
He was
a
ex-military.
pistol in his face.
He was ex-military, and he fucking dealt with it like a military would do.
That would have been crazy if that kid would have just blown that dude away. But that would have been, yeah.
Well, I think that kid's not trying to kill anybody.
Right, he was just playing around with it. He was playing around with a loaded rifle.
And one of the things that you know when you're in that position as a trained military person is the gun could be in your face, but you're the person who is most trained to handle the problem. Like the gun could end up getting you anyways if you don't try and disarm somebody. Like that's just what he was trained to do. He did what he did and probably kept the cops from shooting that kid.
Yeah, it's a 153. Okay. Yeah, we'll revisit this in a second here because it is long. We've talked about Nick on here for a long time, and I think his followers are dwindling because Nick is just a hypocrite, and people who have any amount of intelligence, even if we totally agree on political things, and I even like things that I would consider racist, hypocrisy is still something that's very unpalatable to many people. And
hypocrisy is always ever happening. Like if you get worked up over hypocrisy, it's a losing battle because people are always going to be hypocrites. They always follow whatever serves them in the moment at the base.
Not everyone though. Some people are honest, like more honest about that.
Yeah, but like in general, the same people that complained about Trump are shutting up now about Biden, and it's always going to be that way. There's always hypocrisy in politics and commentary. In chat right now, we have Astro Sai saying, America is dying, and all we can do is comment on it. I disagree. I think America has been dead. And there's some of us who are looting its fucking corpse, and the other ones are full-on necrophiliacs, and we fuck with it. That's
it
the
goes spread to some other nearby vehicles.
Here's the thing right here. See,
Look at that guy peeking from behind the car there.
What the fuck
He's
is
just
that?
peeking. He's just a little peeker.
So yeah, he has like a police assault rifle.
Also a concern.
And then this
about
dude,
that,
that guy.
Cheech says, Billy, just because you don't have any
building that is
principles
near-
doesn't mean other people live that way. Sure,
and it
people have
appears as if
principles.
there's
My
some
principles
folks
are
that are
probably
trying
stronger than
to-
yours. Let's just play this video. Never mind, Cheech. Fuck talking. Let's go ahead. Let's watch a 3-year-old video.
I think that guy was a little traumatized
building that
too.
is nearby, and it appears as if there's spread to some other nearby vehicles. Also a concern about that building that is nearby, and it appears as if there's some folks that are trying to.
And then the other person's like, "Get the fuck out of here! Go, get
All
out
right,
of here!"
it looks like there's some type of weapon there. We're going to break away from that shot there. Not sure who that person is, but obviously a very scary and fluid situation.
Yeah, and he like dropped the clip out of it and everything. It's crazy. Just to give everyone context of what we were talking about for people who didn't see it. What's up?
Next clip.
Okay.
The guy didn't steal the weapon. The kid pulled the weapon out of the cop car. And the guy came and took the gun from him because he was a trained gun
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
Trained professional.
Yeah, that wasn't his weapon. Yeah.
I'm just curious, what is that flag right there? That flag? What is that?
Flag? I think it's a pride flag.
Can you take it down, please, right now?
For what purpose?
Because it offends me greatly.
This is some woman working a cash register at a fucking Pet. I think this is Pet Smart, which is funny because the guy keeps calling it Petco.
Yeah, they have Banfield is like a subsidiary of PetSmart.
Yeah, pet hospitals.
Banfield's the pet hospital. I remember we took my dog to Banfield after he got his penis stuck in a pit bull because my dog was a little puppy and this pit bull was a big, huge son of a bitch pit bull that my dog was fucking. And as a puppy, he shouldn't have been able to get an erection at this
That's so
time.
weird that happens with dogs.
Yeah, and the little puppy, his peener got stuck in her, and the other dog started violently pulling her away. So my little dog's penis got distended and broke, and it wouldn't go back inside his little sheath. So he's like this tiny puppy, and he's walking around, and the dick is longer than his legs.
RPG idea. Help Jeff Holiday get Brett Spiner to sign Gale's book. If successful, Gale becomes a playable character to help bring down arch-sicko Brett Keane.
Let's do it.
We're 3/4 of the way. Thank you.
So my dog was walking around. His penis was longer than his legs. It was dragging across the ground. We took him to Banfield. All right, they sew his little dick up, charge us like $1,500. The next day, his dick is broken again. And this
is so fucking terrible.
We go in and we are like, you broke my dog's dick. You broke his, because we were all like we weren't $1,500. We didn't have money, and we're like they charged us $1,500 and didn't even fix his dick. And so we just started freaking out in the middle of Banfield, like, you fuckers are probably back there playing with it. What the, you take him and fix this right now. And they fixed the dick up for free to shut us up. So if you're ever in Banfield and they don't sew your dog's dick right,
I hate this
just
story.
throw a fit.
I hate your story.
Yeah, that stuff is satanic. We can't have that, especially at PetSmart.
I'm telling you, my dog, his dick was so long and broken.
All right, cool.
The only thing he could do to chill out was dip it in a beer at a baseball game. Two more! I got 2 more!
Excuse me, what is that flag right there?
That's a pride flag.
Can you take that down, please?
No, PetSmart supports belonging, which includes for LGBT.
Do you support pedophilia and child sexualization? Because that's what that stands for, man. They're sexualizing kids with that flag, man.
Well,
so I feel I'm very offended, and I would like it to be taken down.
Well, we're gonna ask you.
Respect your customers. Respect your customers, and please take it down for me.
No.
We aren't going to. We are supportive
Thank
of
you.
LGBTQ plus people here, so we're gonna have to ask you to leave.
Do you know what the real? That's the rainbow of Satan. The real rainbow is from God. The real
Okay.
rainbow
Goodbye.
is from God, man. That's the rainbow of Satan. So
Okay.
it's very offensive to me.
Very good.
Yeah, you're very offensive to me. We're at an impasse. The flag's up at their store. Go shop somewhere else.
You support sexualization of the children?
LGBTQ.
Do you know what they're doing to the kids, right? They're
We're asking you to leave.
They're trying to-
obviously.
So you're
They're,
breaking the law now because we've asked you to leave and you aren't.
They're sexualizing kids with that propaganda. It's disgusting.
Breaking the
Our
law is
country's going downhill
based.
because of it.
Jamie, could I get you to the front, please?
Hey, get him.
Wow, Petco.
Get him.
He keeps calling it Petco. It's Pet Smart.
Sexualizes kids. They support the
If I was
sexualization
Petco,
of
I'd
kids.
sue this guy.
Wow. Yeah, this you guys are promoting the pride flag, which is satanic.
Okay, you gotta go, bud. Come on. We don't need it here. You don't need to film me either. It's cool, but we don't need it.
I mean, you want to stand outside, that's cool, but we don't need it. And
Okay.
yeah, we're going to have the pride flag up. We have it all over our store.
So you guys support the sexualization of kids?
Bye.
You guys support
Goodbye.
Sexualizing kids?
You could go.
Go.
Goodbye.
Shame on you. Shame on you guys. Seriously.
Okay, that's
shame
cool.
on you.
Thank you. I
Shame on
appreciate
Petco.
I appreciate it. This is Pet's
Christ
bar,
wins.
not Petco.
Christ wins. Christ wins.
Christ did not win. You were completely ineffective. Completely ineffective.
Devil worshippers everywhere.
Do you know what that mustache stands for?
The 1930s?
That mustache has done more to abuse kids than that flag has. Get out
That's
of
what
here.
you get. Corporate only wants pawns like that to work for them. So
Yeah, pawns. Corporate wants pawns. I go in and I own the libs. Why tell them to take a flag down? Yeah, the flag's still up, but pawns. They're pawns.
I actually have a video of Trumpster Bob calling Andy Dick.
Uh-oh.
And that was the green one he called me back on that time. Get your phone. That's the phone number you get me.
Hello? Hello?
Andy. I tried, man, talking to her, but you know what they told me, right?
What?
Leaf told me that Elisa said she caught you inviting him over earlier in the day.
No. I did not invite him over.
That's what she's claiming, and so she told me that.
Who's him?
He used to live in that building, and he knew I was there because he used to have my location, but I turned it
Who's
off.
the him that he's talking about?
I don't know. You know, we could call Andy. He put his phone number out there publicly.
I told you that already, but I'm like literally on the sidewalk with nowhere to go.
Did you hear that, Elisa? He swears he didn't invite him over.
I promise you, I don't like him. He's the devil.
And right now, he's literally on a street corner with no place to go.
All right. I will attempt to call Andy if we can get to 90%. Once we get to 90%, I will call Andy. I don't know. I can't guarantee he'll answer. I've never talked to him before. So,
He'll answer if you call him from a sexy boy number.
Hey.
I can be on the curb here where I am. There's no point. I want to be up there with her. I'm like trying to get my life together and my shit
I
together.
thought he was going to say dick sucked.
And
I thought he was going to say,
drink.
didn't think he was going to say
Like,
life
I'm
together
like-
and shit together.
I'm going crazy. I'm trying to get my life together.
Well, that's a good start. I believe him. I think at least you should take him back in.
Tell her I'll sleep on the floor.
Wow. He'll sleep on the floor. He won't. He'll give you a free night of no sex.
Huh?
And I'll give her the money I made with Cameo today. I did a bunch of them.
Oh, he'll even give you that money too. Just take him in, please.
All of it.
Wow.
All of the
Trumpster
cameo
Bob
cash.
Arguing for Andy Dick.
I think I did 4.
This is old video or is this recent?
It's
'Cause hasn't-
fairly recent.
Because hasn't Bob like disavowed
Bob
the
is-
community now?
Yes, he's nuclear, but that's very new.
Dollars, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know if he had came back in or not yet.
Some of them were like $130 each because they needed 24
So
hours.
there you go, Alicia. He's going to give you $400 if you bring him back in.
Wow, I can't believe Bob is.
Need a place to stay. I went out to see my real friends
Whoa.
who are going through things too. But
This must have been the other night, actually, after when he left Captain Content's RV and went off with some dude that they were talking about, and then he ended up on the street. He's talking about how he's like sleeping on the sidewalk.
my thing is like at this point worse because I don't have a place to stay.
Yeah, why don't you go
I've never heard him sound so sober, too. He's like sober here.
get a motel room for the night or something?
I don't have money. I gave it to her. I had $80. I gave to her.
Oh, you're listed.
He was just talking about the cameo.
$3 million.
Bob, you got to stop getting your intel off weird areas of the internet.
Let's hear what he says here.
Doing way better than me. I'm glad.
No, you are. You're listed as $3 million.
That's bullshit, by the way.
She's
I
listed
made
at.
that number up.
She's listed
I
at
made
$500,000.
I made my number up years ago. I don't even have a job. Let me see if my friend Trebley's calling me. Let me see if she could hook me up.
Oh, you made that number up years ago, so really he's broke. Now he's going to call some friend Shebly or Shelly or whoever it is. See if she'll come pick
Is
him up.
I think it's safe to say Andy Dick is broke. I think it's safe to say Andy Dick is not a 3 millionaire as reported on Google.search.
Yeah, by the way, guys, the internet searches can be wrong sometimes.
Tennessee Marine says, "Oh, thanks for the delirium beer suggestion. Sipping the
course.
Nocturnum right now.
Yes.
And it's expensive, but definitely worth it.
Yes.
Trying the cherry elderberry soon.
Yeah, it's very high alcohol, though, so you're not getting as much beer for your dollar, but you're getting the best flavor, and you're getting drunker on less beer. Also.
What would you do if a haggard Andy Dick leaps out of a dumpster and asks you to suck your dick for $32? Kind of got to do
Save
it, right?
Andy Dick.
If I have cash. Save Andy Dick.
Yeah, get us to 90%, guys. Just get us to 90%, and I will
Thank you
call
for being
Andy. I already have it plugged in. I will give Andy a call tonight. I don't know if he'll answer, though. He might. It's weird how he's talking to T-Bob here. That's very strange.
It's like beer that turns to soda in the aftertaste. Yeah, you said the red was like Faygo Big Pop or whatever?
Red Pop.
Yeah, Red Pop.
Yeah.
Mayor, we got a
It's
black
very
police
good.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
And we also have black women,
No,
black,
like,
and talking about this black power.
The
Yeah,
mental
white privilege.
capacity of Beavis and Butthead.
America first, man. You know, like, hey, man.
Privilege, nonsense. Get out of here with your critical race theory. That's anti-white.
They don't even believe what they're saying. They are joking to make money, right? That's what this is.
I guess it's a little better than talking about your burger being wrapped upside down.
I don't know what's going on, Batman. Not only are you a fake cell, but your girl says something anti-white, and you're like, "Get over here, baby. That's so hot. What's going on there, big
Do
guy?"
not reward this behavior.
Damn.
Batman-
Not only is he not an incel, he has a girlfriend, but he defends his girlfriend when she says something woke.
I sense
Kick him out of the Groyps.
A contender, a group of contenders for the tag team titles of Actual Mania.
Little Beavis and Butthead Juniors.
Yep.
And
Donate
I thought
to
you
save
were.
the majestic Andy Dicks. They are
Yes.
disappearing from our environment at an alarming rate.
For just $30 a dono, you too can keep the Andy Dicks from living on the streets and in the RVs of repetitive IP2 cool kids.
Freaking Aryan
All of them.
Needs
superhero.
help from DP.
Yeah, save Andy by giving us money.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Batman, seriously,
In
if
the
you're watching this, you should have knocked her out
arms
and
of
threw her off the building
Groyper.
when she said that. You should have been like, I fight for justice, and I fight for white people, and I fight for Christianity and America
Yes.
first.
If I had a
Why didn't you
girlfriend that I was hiding from my Groyper friends to convince them I was an incel, to convince them I was involuntarily celibate, and she goes and says something pro of anybody of any race other than the white race, when she says it, I'm going to disavow. I'm going to spit in her face. I'm going to say, look, you dirty race traitor. I'm going to say all these things to impress Beavis and Butthead on their unmade bed. Of course I'm going to do that.
I think it's because he's a coomer.
Yes, fake cell is an insult from these boys.
This guy's acting, by
Cold.
the way. Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, we're at 80%. I said 90, right? Did I say 90?
I do believe you did. the shittiest
like-
90s WCW tag team ever. This is the North Hollywood Blondes.
No, yeah, this is the Dynamic Dudes. Do you remember them? The Dynamic Dudes. They would skateboard to
Yeah,
the
it was
ring.
John Cena's stepdad or whatever, or Daniel Bryan's
It was
father-in-law.
Yeah, it was John Laurinaitis.
Yeah.
The lamer of the Laurinaitis brothers. The other one was Road Warrior Animal, who was a fucking badass motherfucker.
I think he needs to go into a little bit of an AF re.
What's your favorite tag team ever?
Not really fair to answer, but it's the Outsiders.
Okay. Well,
Kevin
I
Nash
like-
and Scott
I
Hall
like
were
both.
just powerhouses.
Yeah, I mean, those are two giants.
Yeah.
It's almost like saying the Mega Powers.
Yeah, but they were actually tag team for a long time because Hogan had
Right.
the world title wrapped up, Goldberg had the world title wrapped up, and those guys would go around and just come in and they would just slam fuckers.
Of course.
It was like a laid back, cool version of Legion of Doom.
There was a point where the NWO had all of the titles. All of them.
Yeah, they had the pay per view sold out.
And then it got to the point where it was like NWO like they had to split the NWO into two
White
factions.
versus red.
Yeah,
And then
so-
Sting comes into the NWO and you're like, ah.
Yeah, you're like, what now? What?
Did they jump the shark yet?
Yeah, yes.
Do we care? No, it's pro wrestling.
Yep.
We don't give a fuck. We'll watch this for 30
America
more
First
years.
With Nicholas J. Fuentes. That's the only remedy to being a retard anti-white coomer.
Mine is the Steiners, by the way. And I noticed at the Hall of Fame ceremony, Scotty didn't say much, which they were probably like, Scott, don't say anything weird.
Yeah.
You know, and he had a heart attack after a wrestling event, so I think he's pretty much
He probably
done now.
didn't need to say much, right? Like they said he'd never go
Dude
in, and then he's
could've-
in.
I think his personality ruined it for him. He could have been like one of the greatest.
It was very
wrestlers ever.
close that they were going to put him in the Ultimate Warrior position, and if that would have happened, he wouldn't have dropped the ball like Warrior did. He was a workhorse. He could have been like.
He was smaller than Ultimate Warrior.
He could
too.
have been what Shawn Michaels was before Shawn Michaels
way
was Shawn
bigger
Michaels.
than Shawn. It's weird. He was like a big, like flippy, athletic guy.
Yeah, but he wasn't like a 6.5 foot tall guy. He was like what 6'2" maybe.
I don't even know.
Yeah, but he was muscular, but he was athletic, and that was what put Shawn Michaels over the top. Not being super tall like the other guys had been. He was still like flashy athletic. Steiner would have been the Shawn Michaels style champion. A little more wrestling skill.
6'1" is
versus
what they say. So they
Steiner?
fudged- Yeah, which
They say
that's
Shawn was
his-
6'1" too.
That's his build height. By
Yeah.
the way, he's probably like 5'11" or something.
Yeah, if Steiner would have gotten the Ultimate Warrior position, he probably would be on Shawn Michaels' level. Because Shawn Michaels was known to be a fucking miserable prick in the back, but he had enough clout because of his position. They put up with it.
Because like Scott was always really big, but then he roided up. He couldn't do the high flying shit anymore when he roided up. When he got like super.
He still would do some of it though, wouldn't he? I thought I remember
not
seeing him.
quite. He couldn't do.
I thought I remembered him doing the Frankensteiner, even though he was roided. But maybe I'm wrong about
You know,
that.
he innovated. What was it, the 450?
Scott actually did a good job at the Hall of Fame and I believe made amends with Triple H and others.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
sure he did.
King.
King. Hey,
I
Ken,
mean,
what
they
are you,
booked,
the king?
They booked him as like he might have fucked Stephanie. They booked him that way, right?
Scott Steiner?
Yes.
Maybe. I think they played that. But like Vince, there was a rumor that Vince was trying to book a storyline where he had sex with Stephanie. They were trying to book an incest storyline. I don't know how true that is. It was guys that worked in the background of the show saying that Vince pitched it, and they were like, nah. That's not
Yes.
cool.
So Scott Steiner, he doesn't do it that well, but he actually did. He was the first person to ever on video do the 450 splash, and this was in the WWA, which when I was growing up, when I was really young, that was like Toledo was in the WWA territory. It was part of Indianapolis, and then east to Toledo, and then north of us was Big Time Wrestling, which we would also get the Sheik's original territory.
Hank Chill says Billy's height is 7'11". I have been high at a 7'11". Chili cheese dogs never taste so good as when you're stoned with a fucking Slurpee to wash it down with, and probably adding in some sort of carb like Pop-Tart.
Brock Lesnar proved if you're like a big, tall, like muscular guy, you probably shouldn't try to, even if you can most of the time when you're that big, it's the margin of error is way larger than if you're a small guy doing that kind of shit. Yeah, here it is.
Carter moving around as Scott Recksteiner could be going to that top.
Scott Ricksteiner.
Yeah, that's his real name, right?
Yep.
Going for the Superfly.
Look at this. This is the first ever recorded 450 splash. He doesn't quite land it.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't get the distance, but that's crazy that he could do that.
Remember when guys started doing 450s standing 450s, and I'm like, what the hell? Where will they be in the future?
Yeah, standing 450 is insane. You have to have a high vertical jump to do that.
They also probably aren't. I don't know. There was some muscle guys that were doing like standing moonsaults. Some fat guys doing standing moonsaults.
Shouldn't Scott have dragged him to like a little further before he tried that?
Probably. Maybe in training he got more distance, and the guy wanted to make sure he didn't get crushed by his knees. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
The guy can say, "I'll take it, but I'm gonna take it far across the fucking ring." So you're gonna barely hit like your upper body against my body.
He hit and then landed on him.
Well, he landed on his feet, and that tripped him up. He hit his feet and then landed on him.
Yeah.
He didn't have the perfect clean spill that he needed to.
Yeah, the WWA was the shit that was on local antenna TV when I was a kid. We had, and I think the reason why is because we had our local wrestling hero, the Great Wojo. Have you ever heard of the Great Wojo?
Didn't you say he was somebody's uncle? Or was that made
No.
up? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm thinking about Sabu's uncle.
Yes.
Being the Sheik.
Yeah, the Sheik. No, the Great Wojo was a local Greco-Roman wrestler that was supposed to be in the Olympics the year the U.S. boycotted the Olympics due to the Cold War in the 80s. And then he became a pro wrestler. And he had a bunch of mixed martial arts matches with Leon Spinks. If you've ever heard of Leon Spinks.
The
he was
boxer?
Yeah, he was a world heavyweight champion boxer.
Do you think that Scott Steiner was using synthol at all at the peak of his muscle days in WCW?
I don't know what that is.
Synthol is the injection that bodybuilders put in their arms to make their muscles look bigger. Because Steiner had grown biceps on biceps. At
Yeah,
one
it
point.
was insane. It was insane.
And I thought maybe he had done some synthol, but who really knows? But those aesthetics were crazy. Honest Red said Scott is a close friend of his family.
Huh?
Do you guys own
Scott is-
Shoney's together? You guys all own Shoney's? When we were at the furry convention, Scott Henson met this trans woman.
Was I there?
Yeah. You were pretty
hammered
at the time, but she was like, "Oh yeah, Dean Malenko is my cousin."
Yeah, I don't remember that.
And she was talking about like growing up and going to all the WCW events back in the day. And Scott had a good conversation with her. And then we at one point talked to, because Scott does wrestling, we talked about her reaching out to Dean maybe and giving the rub to young Scott, getting him on AEW television. And then she said that she hadn't really talked to Dean since her transition, so she wouldn't know how to take it.
I don't remember
And
that.
I hope that Dean would take it well.
This is Wojo, by the way. WWA World Heavyweight Champion Wojo. He was also my mom's high school English teacher.
For the puppy dick story. WTF, funniest thing I've heard in a while.
Hell yeah, guy. Hell, it's a true story too, 100% true. I might have said we said those things to protect the person who actually said them. I didn't actually say them myself, but we did say, you guys broke my talk stock.
Let's see what this is all about. Beardson, after the debate.
After the debate,
Dude,
we will come and we'll fillet Nick
Oh, shit.
Fuentes.
Hold on.
Is there no audio?
In the but you actually sit there and examine any of these things just a little bit, and it all kind of falls apart. And that was the beautiful thing about that debate last night, is that like this whole thing with Baked being like a federal informant, it's like, yeah, you examine that for longer than 5 seconds, and it all falls apart.
How does it fall apart? Do we know he's not a federal informant?
I mean, it took them a while to actually bring charges, which says a lot.
And it could be they were trying to get the case perfect and see where he was going to get hung with his other cases. Let those run out before they start putting him in a trial themselves. They could have put him on the back burner knowing that he was being watched, knowing that he might do things in that amount of time to fuck up his case more. So maybe he wasn't.
If I was a federal prosecutor, I'd be like, this guy knows a lot of people. And I'd be like, you're in deep shit unless you tell us about all these other people. And then you're not quite in as much.
Or like it's not like, I'm not saying there's proof that he was a federal informant, but I want to know where it all falls apart if you look at it longer than 5 seconds is. Because I don't see how it could all fall apart. Are you telling me that you know and trust Baked Alaska not to be a federal informant? Okay, well then that's just your personal viewing on it. But if you have some actual fact, please show me.
Do you not think Baked Alaska would squeal on everyone like a piggy if it meant, like 5 to 10 years less jail time than what he's going to get? Of course, right?
I would think.
Fantastic, obviously. I think I want to, personally, I think we should all be thanking Nick for this.
Yes, let's rub Nick's scrotum.
Let's sing the praise of Nick.
We should all be thanking Nick as I juggle his ball bag. Oh.
Incredible content.
Incredible. Riveting.
It was just legendary.
It sucks how much I like his guitar, though. That's a Fender Telecaster. It's a very nice guitar.
When you disavow all the cool Jewish media that the rest of us get to watch, you're really left to enjoy stupid shit like this debate. That's all you have.
And I had a blast with it personally, and it looks like all the usual suspects were melting down, and we were just having fun, man. We're just having fun on the internet.
Yeah, end of the world, and we're just having fun on the internet, becoming pieces of history together. We're going down in history, having fun, being sweet boys.
So upset that we're having fun on the internet.
Is that what you're doing? I think you're convincing yourself what you're doing is fun to not accept the realization that your life has fallen to shambles, and the closest thing you have to hold on to is your tiny champion in a communion jacket. Nicholas J. Fuentes. The J, not short for joke, but he will tell you what's funny and what's not, as he did as his only debate point against Metokur the entire time.
Well, what they did was funny, but when they swatted me, it wasn't funny. But when I did stand up, it was funny. And then I slap you. And then I slap you.
Why would he do that? Why is that his
I think
comedy?
that's flirting. It sounded like flirting.
Then I slap Colby. Yeah, that's right.
the fuck out of
Call
your
me
face.
master. More of that. More of calling me master. Yeah, I like that. Oh, God.
Let's get to 90%, and we will call Andy Dick. Only 10 more %.
Line, But ultimately, the crux of all of this debate about the DMCA thing is that, because they can't levy anything against me or Nick, about us doing DMCAs. I've never done a DMCA. I don't have any intention to. I don't care.
The weird thing is I kind of believe that, but that you don't care is I know you spoke against this shit in your early career. They like you were on the anti-SJW bandwagon, and when idiots like Steve Shives were flagging people and shit, you were all against that. So it's really dumb to all of a sudden have this weird selective amnesia about all of this shit. And by the way, I have a Sega Dreamcast in this room also. Bitch.
Same thing with Nick. Nick's never done a DMCA, and he doesn't care. He's reported people on Twitter because it's, and I
should talk to iDubbbz about me taking on Beardson.
He's not going to put Beardson on the boxing event.
done that too. I mean, why not? Like I said, I even said on Nick's show last night, like, yeah, I've absolutely reported people on Twitter because people report me all the fucking time.
By the way, evidence suggests that Beardson's ex-wife might have been Jewish too. So no wonder, like you joined, you married a Jewish woman and then joined an anti-Semitic white nationalist movement.
Dude,
what?
Like, you know what I mean? It's just part of it. It's fucking Twitter, right?
And I doubt that's the only reason why she left him.
If I can't say faggot and nigga on Twitter, neither can you, bitch. If I can't make, like funny threats and Fed posts, neither can you, bitch. That's the way that I see it.
So false DMCA is what you're saying?
What I mean? But when it comes to like the DMCA
if you can't
things,
false
it's
DMCA, then they can't false DMCA? Or you can false DMCA? Are these people? Is Metokur false DMCAing? Is that what this?
Metokur didn't false DMCA anybody.
So it's not a if you can do it, I can do it thing.
I don't think Metokur even legitimately DMCA'd anyone ever.
Yeah.
I don't think he's done any of that.
But he's over here saying, if it's good for you, it's good for me.
So
no, it's not good for everybody. This is unacceptable behavior on both sides, and you're saying that some people who do it on the other side makes it okay for you to do it. So you're accepting the fact that you're now the lowest common denominator piece of shit. Is that where you want to take this argument? You want to be the ones that are loathed on the left side by the left. You want to be the loathsome motherfuckers of the right? Is that what you want? Because you're asking for it right now. Think about this one, Beardson. Is that what you want?
I know you're very fair. So you watched a good amount of the debate between them. Honestly, who's smarter?
I feel like...
Is that a loaded question?
Metokur should have been more decisively victorious.
I think he was kind of taking it easy, and we don't know what Metokur's going.
Yeah, but I think that I was going to side with Metokur going into it, and there wasn't anything huge.
We didn't watch it all.
Yeah, there was a few where he really got Nick, but I wanted it to be a slaughter.
What could he have done differently, in your opinion? Like, how would you have taken
I like when he was telling Nick all the reasons he thought he was gay. I would have left all the ad hominems out.
Really?
And I would have just hit him with, because the happiest or the cat when he got to the cat boy thing, I would have ran that in there. Say, Nick, tell me, were you not absolutely happy to be there? Like, you can't look at that and tell me that you weren't in a good mood on a date with a cat guy. That's why I think you're gay, because the only time I've seen you comfortable and happy was when you were on a date with a guy, Nick.
All right, let's get Nick on the show because we need him to talk to Billy the Fridge. So everyone find a way to contact Nick and be like, debate Billy the Fridge, debate Billy the Fridge, debate Billy the Fridge.
And it said Nick Fuentes, when you were on with Sydney Watson and she asked you if you had a girlfriend before, you screamed for your mom, and then you spent the next month and a half online telling everybody, I'm actually less gay because I don't kiss girls. That's cope. That's weird cope.
That is weird.
I'd point out those things.
Being celibate is even less gay than being straight, basically.
Well.
Of the DMCA...
Girls are gay.
I feel like when Nick wants to finally reproduce, he'll just come into a turkey baster and squirt it into someone's vagina.
I I don't know. I think he might have his woman have sex with another guy
and then say it's
and
his.
say it's his. He might find somebody with a better build, better sperm, better
Catboy Cammy.
Exactly. He might have Catboy Cammy come in, impregnate his wife, so he can raise a child that looks like an Adonis, a kid he can be proud of. Because I think he knows deep down inside his own seed would not be the tallest tree in the grove. Am I wrong about that? Who knows? Will Nick ever have kids? I'm more on the side of he won't. But maybe this fame train will die down and he'll need to do something else. I think he's happy being in the public eye as long as possible until the pendulum of the alt-right completely swings and it's okay to be super gay and the Catholic Church is like, don't worry about it. He's like, okay, I'm coming out, and does the gay stuff. Or he doesn't. I don't know. He just definitely looked the happiest he's ever looked when he was on the date with Catboy Cammy. That's my opinion on it. Imagine the child being born with a gross mustache and long tentacle-like fingers. Still, I think Nick would love that kid every day and be so proud to be his father. I don't know, guys. I do know this. We are 81.69% of the way to the goal. I would very much like to get out of here in the next hour so I can go watch a brand new movie tonight after the show. What do you guys think? You want to rally and end this little bitch in an hour? Is that what you want to do? Or do you want to deprive me of watching Nicolas Cage movies? Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do? I like how he says all women are Play-Dohs, so he never has to date one. So smooth. I know, right? Let's just poison the well. Let's just burn the crops. They won't have to harvest. You know, all women like kids. Most women do like kids. They like to have children of their own, become mothers. Most of them like kids in a way that is detrimental to hurting them, the way he would suggest Play-Doh women are. Women like kids to the
Nick's
point where they
logic is
literally keep us
infallible.
going in this world.
Girls kiss boys and kissing boys is gay, so kissing girls is gay. But lesbians don't kiss boys, so a boy kissing a lesbian is straight.
Yeah,
That's
I
hilarious.
only ever kiss girls immediately after they've kissed a girl.
Nope. You
Because-
never kissed a girl shortly after she sucked a dick, right?
Nope. I only kiss girls directly after they kissed another girl. That way they wash their boy cooties off on that girl's mouth and bring girl cooties back. Thick soul hitting that 666.66 bang.
Blah, 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 blah.
That example says, stop watching Hollywood garbage that refuses filth. You don't have to have filth in all your media, .executables.
You know what? I'm just going to call him anyway, right?
Who?
Should I just call Andy? Or should, I mean...
You could give him a call. You could try. Let's see if he answers.
Let's see.
Bang, bang. His phone's off. Oh. Hey, Andy. It's Billy and Ben. And when
Hey,
you get this
Andy.
message, just shit.
All right.
Shit.
So, Andy, my phone has been stolen.
My phone has been stolen.
I think you lost it.
Could have been stolen. We don't know.
I think you just lost it.
We
My
don't
phone has been stolen.
My colon has been stolen by
T-Bob
Andy Dick.
is T-Bob is attracted to me, I think. Should we call him?
Sure.
I mean, let me see.
Hit up Blade. He's with him as Blade with Andy Dick right now.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah. If you'd like to make a call, please roll over on the pile of drinking Keystone cans.
All right. Come Dumpster Bob.
Trumpster Bob almost never answers when we call him. He always calls back if he does talk to us.
That is true. That does happen.
And crux of it all is that like
What
you just
do you
don't
gay
care.
guys from California want now?
Ultimately, like I don't care that this is happening to these people, and I think that's part of the reason why they're so mad. It's not that we're doing it; it's just that they're mad that we're not like our heart's not bleeding for them. I have to care about this, and I'm like, no, I don't. Sorry. Ultimately, I don't, and you're not convincing me why I should care. That's the thing is like I'm a pretty reasonable guy, and I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to a lot of this stuff. I like to think that I'm pretty open-minded, but
Is
their
that true,
arguments
Beardson? Are you open-minded?
are weak.
By the way, Trumpster Bob thinks I have too many female genes, and that's why I can't grow a proper mustache.
Probably.
Too many female genes.
Makes sense.
It's all my female genes.
This all makes sense.
Oh, my God.
As to why I should care. You know what I mean? Their argument is like, well, but people are getting deplatformed. It's like, yeah, everybody's been getting deplatformed for fucking ever. Like, oh, boo fucking who? That's the thing, right? It's not that I'm like doing these DMCAs or whatever. I just don't care. And if you can't convince me why I should care, then it sounds like you're an ass-mad faggot, essentially.
Oh, okay.
And their argument for like why I should care is but there will be
Essentially,
less content on the internet. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I
indubitably,
think
you're
it's a
an
fucking good thing.
ass-mad flagger.
I think less bad content on the internet's a good thing, personally. Oh, what's that? People I don't like or care about, or I
don't care
having
about
their
this.
YouTube channels shut down. I don't give a shit.
I don't
I'm
care
sorry.
about that. Yeah,
I think the point is that you're aligned with a guy that's doing it. That's been the crux of the accusations. It's like you're not just supporting it; you're giving it a breeding ground.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, who cares? It's funny and it's for the laughs.
Yeah, what's up, Ralph? Good morning, Ralph. Great job last night, by the way. Great job last night.
We didn't get to the part where Ralph showed up. We should get to that, actually.
Everybody keeps comparing Beardson to Gavin McGinnis.
No.
He looks
Gavin
like
McGinnis is way more successful.
He looks like Gavin McNugget. That's not by credo. It's by looks. I think is why they're comparing him to Gavin McGinnis.
Legal system.
Yes. And I'm tired of pretending it. He abused the legal system.
Oh, yeah, when Baked Alaska shows up, too. Yeah, we have to... And Ralph.
It's the Geek Squad.
Yeah, it's ridiculously dumb. All right, here we go.
I don't know why Michael brought me in here, honestly. I thought, like, maybe when the Ralph shit happens or whatever.
Well,
but,
he's
like,
supposedly
there's really no
coming in
reason for me to be here.
soon. I sent him the link. I want him in here.
Everyone, help us reach our goal. We're 83% of the way there. Throw us a couple dollars to help us reach our goal. Streamlabs link in the description.
I want the Ralph mail in here. I'll put on the cowboy.
Gavin McDingus.
Boy hat, whatever.
Yes.
I mean, because I've got a
Beardson
limit
is
to my
Gavin
charity of how
McDingus.
much traffic I'll drive to this shitty stagnant site. So let's try to keep it. We got a timeline here.
Yeah. So
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello,
we can
hear you. I actually,
that
hello,
wasn't a
everybody.
joke. That was a statement. Hey.
No, it's a joke. Everything you
Hey.
say is a joke, right? You're a comedian.
Well, I
That's the
actually
title you're
came in.
fixing to
Hey,
me.
shut the fuck up, dude. Okay, I came in here to say Keemstar. You gonna interrupt me?
Yes, because you told them to shut
All
the
right,
fuck up.
I came in here to say Keemstar is a fucking faggot snitch. Okay? He's saying that I'm a criminal because I stood up for something amazing. Even Jim said I was brave, right, Jim? January 6th.
Yeah, much braver than Nick. Yep.
Okay.
We're all thankful. We're all
Yeah, no,
thankful.
I meant that. I meant that. I literally meant that.
Hey,
yes.
hey, in all seriousness, Keemstar's a piece of shit. He ratted me and Nick and other people out to the FBI.
Oh,
Who the
you
fuck
ratted
does that?
yourself
you
out
guys
by
wanna act all
videotaping
above
yourself on
everybody?
federal property. You snitched on yourself. Nobody else can snitch when you put a crime on video and make it public. You started the snitch train. It then became commentary fuel. And what Keemstar did was make a commentary tweet about what a fucking idiot you were. You're calling it snitching, but this snitching happened when you legitimately videotaped yourself walking into the Capitol building and doing a crime. And you want to call it you being a hero. Well, guess what, hero? We'll see where you land.
But you're literally snitching to the federal government, okay? And a plea deal doesn't mean you're a federal informant, Jim, by the way. But
you got it.
You know,
knocked down
you guys,
from weren't they felony counts to misdemeanor?
listen.
He just said it. A plea deal doesn't mean you're a federal informant.
Ooh, yeah. Federal informant usually means that you're on the payroll at that point.
Does
A
that
plea
mean
deal,
he took a plea deal though?
Well, he says a plea deal doesn't mean you're a federal informant. So he did take a plea deal. He did just admit to taking a plea deal. So I wonder.
He's dressed like the edgy character from one of those FM VCR ROM games from 1993.
He looks like a mixture between like if Hackers had a sequel, he would be the
I gotta bypass
bad guy.
the mainframe.
He'd be the bad guy.
Listen, you guys attacking January 6th Patriots,
doesn't
January
mean
6th
you're the real
defenders,
Ralph.
that's shameful, dude. That's fucking shameful.
That's shameful.
I just gotta say that, man.
I can't
That's
believe
fucked up.
the internet snitched on Baked Alaska. Not cool.
Not
bro.
cool, bro. Baked Alaska
that's
being the internet, putting his crimes on the internet. Good job.
But what were you saying, Jim? What were you saying?
I don't know.
Yes, it's the real Ralph.
You don't know what you were saying. Can you like
Ralph.
answer anything seriously, or is everything just some like ironic joke to you? You're just
I didn't
deflecting
think. Were you asking a
everything.
question? I thought you were making a
Nick's been
statement about
asking you
Keemstar.
questions over and over, and you can't answer anything. It seems like.
Did he ask him a question?
No.
Yeah,
not that I heard.
That's great. You cross-examine somebody, accusing them of not answering any questions
gaslight them.
without asking them any questions. That's brilliant. Baked Alaska.
What about
The
doxing?
winner
my
of
parents? You think
tonight's
doxing's
debate.
okay?
I literally answered that question when he asked me that, and then I
you
asked him,
said-
"How
no,
did
you deflected and you
porcelain
said,
dox
it
your
was a
parents?"
public, you said it was a public news article, which is not true.
He just DM'd me and he said it was
That's
true.
what he said.
Well, it's
Right, but
not.
you
can pull up
didn't
the video and
answer
see that he
Nick's
pulled up
question.
the
You didn't
personal
answer
website.
Nick's question. If you thought it was okay to, look, the bottom line, Jim. The bottom line. It's been a while. What's up? But the bottom line is, they play dirty, and then they get pissed when we play dirty back, and we don't think about these people. We just want them to, like, we don't care. I don't care if people make fun of me, dude. Straight up, I don't.
Do you
I
care?
don't flag anyone. I don't give a shit.
Well, that's
But if
good.
people are doxing, swatting, that sort of shit, and then they're like, "Oh my gosh, my video got flagged." Do you not see like,
Ethan Ralph has doxed a lot of people.
like the irony there, dude?
I'd answer you like this: is in my entire talk with Nick tonight, when this has been going back and forth between us, he's told me it's gay for me to respect the law. Who gives a shit? And then, you know, if that's his stance, if he really believes shit like that, then you can't start bitching and crying about getting swatted and getting doxed, can you?
Fact.
But that's
That
just
doesn't
it.
make
I'm gonna
any
run to the
sense.
baby
We're talking about
To the loo. Billy is running to the loo, and right now I am taking over. Fire away with your questions in the live chat. I will take a look and answer whatever happens to come up. Do it. By the way, I am enjoying something called cheetah piss. Cheetah piss. Do I have any images of my tattoos anywhere? No. Here. I don't know. Here. There's a lot of green on this arm, so it doesn't show. See? There's too much green on that arm. This arm, not so much, but there's a little. You can kind of see a little bit of green. Like right there, there's a green dragon. You can see right through. You can see part of it here. Please like the stream. Just a reminder, we were supposed to do a private show yesterday, but we rescheduled it. So Monday, we're doing a private stream. I want to know what you guys want out of a private stream. What would get you to sign up for $5 to see the private stream that we're doing Monday and the one we're doing the following Friday? You'll get two. You'll get two private shows for $5. We already have the one for next week planned for Friday. Cheetah Piss gives me all the power. I can run 70 miles an hour now. Have I ever tried THC like Delta 8? No, I haven't actually. Tiger's blood or cheetah piss? It's weird. It's weed. It's cheetah piss weed. Cheetah piss weed by Artisan Cannabis. Oh my God, if we got a $20,000 donation, that'd be crazy. We'd probably do the RV trip at that point. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're on a fixed income, that is, if people can't afford it, we understand. I can't do the show like normally on an RV, though, and it would just be like hours of us just laying around doing dumb shit. Billy's dropping a fucking hot shit right now. You know that shit. He is fucking ruining the plumbing here. We should just get Captain Content to bring his yeah, I am high as balls right now. I am fucking like super high as balls right now. Just get Captain Content to come up here instead, so I don't have to live on an RV. It doesn't sound that enjoyable. Cheetah piss. That's what it is. Yes, I am like my eye, like I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open. Yeah, what the fuck? It's this cheetah piss, dude. I'm telling you, this cheetah piss is just insane. I'm very high. Like, I don't know what to tell you. This cheetah piss, don't fuck around. Yeah.
Had a cannabis festival here in PA today. Got a whole bunch of free stuff. Fun times.
Yeah. Is it illegal in PA? I don't even know what states it's illegal in now. I know all the states around here, except for Idaho, it's legal, so. Catboy piss strain. Medical legal. That's an interesting concept. I feel like Billy died. Guys, Billy died. He died. Billy died. Oh no. I just heard the fucking toilet seat fall. That means he stood up. Because it sticks to his ass when he stands up, and then it falls when he stands up enough. That's how I know he's on his way back. He'll be here any minute.
About oppressive laws against white people that are retarded and gay by a faggot, globo, whatever homo country versus people actually trying to hurt you.
What are these sunglasses that baked a like? Is he skiing? Is it
swatting is trying to kill someone.
You're both missing the point. The point is there's dirty stuff going on both sides, and there's only one side that is saying that like dirty stuff is off limits. That's the point. Is you know, you could say like, oh, well, you said about life ruination. It's like, yeah, I'm saying that because if there's life ruination going on, then you can't come back and say, oh, my income got banned. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of...
I just realized, by Nick logic, boys kiss girls and that's not gay, so two straight boys kissing each other is double straight. Now you guys kiss to prove the hypothesis.
Yeah, that is Nick's stance, actually. He said that, I think, pretty sure word for word verbatim. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 1/2 an hour away from needing to meet our goal. We're 87.21% of the way, just a little over $100. Get it now or forever hold your pee.
Pee? Forever hold your pee?
Forever hold your pee.
Holy shit.
3D Artie, oh my God. You should have seen me at the beginning of the pandemic. I was way sexier than I am right now. Gained some depression weight during the panty, dude.
Let's see here.
Why is Baked wearing sunglasses? To hide his weak-ass eyes? I think a lot of people wear sunglasses in a situation where they don't need them to hide their weak-ass eyes.
So he doesn't just wear his sunglasses at night.
People who are on camera and wear sunglasses hide their insecurities behind them. Their little beta bitch shields. Some of us have eyes far too beautiful to hide, and we stare piercingly into the souls of our opponents, crushing them. Crushing them. That's
I
how
wish
Billy
I could
won.
be a patron. But this is the best I got. Love you, sweet Wah.
That-
1 if by land, 2 if by sea, 3 is for the manatee.
Thank you, Metroid Man. Appreciate you so very much. So very much. I took what I like to call a monster. A monster in that
I know.
bathroom.
I know when you're coming back because when you stand up, the toilet seat sticks to your ass and then it falls.
Slaps. It gives it a little clap.
Yeah,
little clap.
yeah. That's how I know.
I sit there to the point where like my...
And it just, do you just let it like
I think I can
hear it.
I
Bang.
Tupperware the toilet lid, and then when I get up, I think it sticks a little in my butt skin. My butt skin sweats a little bit on the porcelain, and then it peels off, and the toilet lid comes up a couple inches. It goes whap, whap. Thought everybody should know that. I've been eating more healthy the last couple of weeks, so I've been taking like solid sabbaticals in the toilet, like big old piles. I'll wake up in the morning. I was backed up for a while because I was just eating like a terrible person. And now I'm back to getting that high fibes.
Like a terrible person.
Getting the high fiber. So now I'm making full-on loaves.
You know, getting a Dick's on the east side really hit me hard, man.
Made you a happy boy?
Too much.
Yeah.
Because it's open so late and it's so close.
I live right next to a Dick's. Like, Dick's is closer to where I live than it is to you here on the east side where you live. And I have been to this Dick's since it opened more times than I've been to the Dick's by my house since it opened.
Oh, wow.
Since it's open. But I've only gone to the Dick's by my house like twice on my depression fat mode.
Your shit was Fat Shack.
Machine Gun Billy
Right?
is the Booty's rap name in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Fat Shack is where you fell into it, right?
Where's Fat Shack?
You know,
A bag of dicks sounds delicious right now.
Yes.
Delicious.
The Jersey sandwich shop.
Oh, was that Fat Shack? That was the name?
Fat Shack.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That was the beginning of...
that's what I was saying.
Total disregard for my diet.
You found that place in Pioneer Square. I went there with Adam and Scott and I Hate Everything. That guy too. He was around. Fat Shack.
Yeah,
Look at they got burgers.
I had been like deviating from my diet whenever I was traveling, but Fat Shack is where I was like, fuck it. I don't even care anymore. You're going to pull up Fat Shack's menu and show everybody?
Yes. Let's see.
Fiber will save your
Before
filthy
the show
soul.
ends, could we please play the King's promo? It
Not a-
truly is 2 minutes 21 seconds of
Cringe.
All right, we will.
So yeah, these are the sandwiches. I originally went to something called the Grease Trucks in New Jersey with Scott.
Yes.
We went to the Grease Trucks back in the day when we were on our wrestling stuff, and they had sandwiches called like the Fat Bitch and the Fat Fellatio. So these are reminiscent of the Grease Trucks.
Yes, and it's called Fat Shack. Fat Shack.
They have Fat Jersey, Fat Doobie, whatever the big one is. Like, is there? I don't know.
Is it the Fat Shack?
Yeah, the Fat Shack. That's just got tons of stuff on it, and I got one of those, the longest one they had, and I think I got deep fried cheesecake and deep fried Oreos that night too.
Yep.
As well as maybe
this place will murder you.
Yeah. But every time I went, I got the 0-calorie iced tea to drink because I'm
makes
like
up for it.
Because all the time I was fatting around, there was maybe like 2 or 3 times I got any beverage that had calories to it, and it was like a milkshake here or there.
It tells you how many calories each sandwich is, and like the average is like 2,000 calories per sandwich. Even if you get the smaller sandwich, it's like 2,000 calories. So the bigger ones, like the giant ones, are like 4,000 calories in one sandwich.
Yep.
It's insane.
I went back and I got the Fat Gorbies one night because I was like, that's just the name you got to get. There was like a Fat Breakfast one on here. I don't know which one it is, but it has hash browns in it.
I don't know. Do you see that?
Something with an egg. Let me see. There's the Fat Maverick. That was not it.
Gorbies?
Was the Fat Gorbies? So
no.
The Fat Slob was not it. The Fat Wonder Gem was not it. Where's the one with egg?
I don't see it.
Let's go down a little further. Maybe
I don't see it.
Maybe they took it off the menu.
Maybe.
But there was something, I swear, that was like a breakfast one with bacon and egg and stuff.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of deep fried shit that they put in it. So you get like fried chicken, French fries.
Yeah, they do chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, all that stuff crammed in with French
one big sandwich with tomato and like dressing,
Yeah.
like you see here.
Remember
pickles
at the Grease Trucks in New Jersey? They had the Fat Fellatio. I'm pretty sure was covered in Alfredo sauce, and I see they don't have the sauces on here.
Yeah, and this place is open until like 2 a.m. also.
Shadow says a good Cuban is honestly the way to go. Paseos in Seattle had some of the best Cuban sandwiches. I don't even know if they're still open or not. They might have changed names, but I used to go to Paseos with my mom, and we would get their Cuban salads with the pulled pork and stuff, or they would have little chicken thighs and stuff. It was very good. So it looks like Paseos still exists in Fremont. They make really good sandwiches, Cuban sandwiches. They have, I think Amazon had them up as one of the highest rated restaurants in America, probably because Amazon's
Do you
local.
like Monte Cristo sandwiches?
Yeah, they used to have Charlie's on Capitol Hill did a Monte Cristo. I would go to Charlie's on Capitol Hill and get the Monte Cristo.
22 minutes remain. We are so close to the goal.
Ooh, so very close.
22 minutes.
Wanda's macaroni salad on YouTube is rumored to have over 20,000 calories. Didn't we watch
That's
that on here?
insane.
Didn't we watch that? The woman was making like a macaroni salad. She was so fat. Maybe we
I'm
didn't watch it on
horrified
here.
by that.
Maybe I watched it on my stream. So it looked gross. It was just like mayonnaise mixed with... mayonnaise was used to flavor the mayonnaise. It was bad.
That's horrifying.
I went to open an all-you-can-eat restaurant with long troughs. Random food is dumped in and call it the slop house. Like, how much could you charge somebody for that? How much could you charge somebody for the slop house with troughs? If it was really good food, I guess you could charge a lot. Like if you just dumped like a bucket full of lobster mac and cheese, and people were like, "Man, this is really good."
You know what? I want to go to what is it? The place where you get the big crab bucket.
The crab pot?
Crab pot, yes.
Yeah, they're really good. Have you been there recently?
No, there's one in Bellevue.
Yeah, I haven't been there for a while.
Yeah, I'll go there and get the big crab feast.
You ever get the seafood tower at Fogo de Chao?
No.
Yeah, it's like $100 extra. It comes out with lobster claws at the top and then mussels and shrimp on it.
Should we do that?
It's a big old tower. I'm okay right now. But it's...
I feel like every time I go there, I feel like I gain 100 pounds just eating there, and I'm like,
it's like $100 extra for a crab tower on top of the
you've had that before?
$60, $70. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was fucking good.
Yeah, but then like you're more full. Like their whole objective is that you fill yourself so much with like extras and on the salad bar and all of that shit that when it comes to the actual like nice cuts of beef and pork and whatever, you're already too full to really eat a lot of that shit.
Yeah, the idea...
That's how that works.
The idea is that everything is so delicious that you won't just fill up on the meat.
The shrimp cocktail, I've had that before. They always try to sell... There's this liqueur that they sell, not at Fogo, but the other one around here.
The Novelos? Or...
Yes.
I've never been there.
It's in an ice bottle, a bottle made out of ice, and they pour this liqueur out of it. And like they'll pour you a shot of it for like they come around and upsell you at these places.
Crab legs were half $100. Yeah, crab legs are super expensive. Costco's selling them right now for about $47 a pound. But I think you can get 10 pounds for like $420 though if you buy the 10-pound box.
At Costco right now, they have basically they're selling two A5
frozen steaks.
Yes.
They give you $50 off the price, right?
Do they do that?
Yeah, when I was there the other day, I seen a lady looking at them, and it said $50 taken off price at register. And she was like this. She was a short little girl, and she's like looking up at the steaks, and she's like climbing up the wall to look at the steaks. Then she's seen the price on the steak, and then she jumped back and just walked away.
It's like $200.
It's like $200 for two steaks. They take $50 off.
But at a restaurant, you'd be paying what, like $500?
Yeah, it was a little over 2 pounds.
Yeah,
of steak, and usually the Wagyu is what, $40, $30 an ounce.
Yeah, the Japanese A5, because like normally, it's always going to be frozen. So when you buy it frozen at Costco, it's actually a better deal if you're going to eat that shit.
Food stream private show, mukbang style. People keep talking about food streams.
Is that what our private show tomorrow should be? Or not tomorrow,
Monday.
but Monday, yeah.
Are we just going to go to a food stream and have a private nom situation.
We just go eat at multiple places until we die. Until we die. Have you been to Fubok Soup Shop? The original. Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
Seattle.
It used to be in the boat.
It used to be, and now it's like behind it.
Yeah, I was there when I was in the boat.
That's like the best pho ever.
Thanks for the laughs and the good beer suggestion.
Yeah,
Hey, Daniel,
99.5%.
Cheers.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you for the memories.
Yeah, that place is good, man. And they got like a full bar there now and shit. It's pretty chill. The boat just goes unused there. That neighborhood used to be so sketchy, but they just cleaned it up recently. There used to be a black market. I accidentally walked through it once. I'm like, oh shit. There's people shooting heroin. There's people selling stolen shit. Did you ever see that? They moved the bus stop. There used to be a bus stop.
Yeah, I remember all that down there.
Go!
Thank you, everybody. You did it. You did it.
DP goes to a Kraken game. Well, that's going to have to wait until next year.
Are they out now?
Well,
Or
they
they
didn't make
just
the
sold,
playoffs.
the tickets are sold
definitely.
out for this season?
I'd
they,
have to look.
I know they sold out the first year. I just didn't know if there were any games. I feel like I'm a scalp.
That's so funny that...
Show boobs. Oh, yeah. Can we bring up Ethan Ralph's boob so I can compare mine to Ethan? We did promise them.
Where was that? Where did I have that pulled out?
Now we got to find Ethan Ralph's boob.
God damn it.
Ayo, ayo. Did you get any good records today, Seth Looks? Billy's got to show double tip. I'm only going to show as much as Ethan Ralph showed because it's a comparison contrast. So I'm gonna try and copy Ethan Ralph's pose so you can see what's going on with young Bill Fudge.
Young Bill Fudge. All right, I found it. Hold on.
Titty finale. Sit in the alley. A titty finale. Here, titty finale.
All right.
I have nothing to say. I just like your content.
Thank you, Doe.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. Much appreciated. I can't believe I'm about to comparison contrast moobs.
I can.
You can?
Yes, because this is totally within your character.
No, I'm clutching these pearls right now.
Whatever, you liar.
How have I ever got? Oh God! All right, so should we try and make my video bigger?
I can do that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
You could maybe get the whole screen as tall as this and put it over by the relevant people side. Maybe. I'm trying to think of the best way to show off.
Hold on. All right, hold on. You'll appear in a moment here. Boom. There we go. So what? You gonna compare? You can move the mic over, like swing it over this way.
Nothing compares to you. Okay. Get a fucking wolfer out. So, all right. You see, I am working with what looks to be like my upper goes like satchel saddle to the side, and my under is like, look, my nipple's kissing my under boob. Boop, 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 boop.
I can't do it anymore. What the fuck? Oh God. Nothing compares to you.
Nothing compares to you.
Oh my God.
That's illegal.
Do you remember when? Do you remember when Caleb just turned into a tit?
Sheesh, yeah. That was strange. Baby, that's cancer. That's not cancer. Those are pectoral muscles. You got the Pixies, Doolittle, Soundgarden, Bad Motor Finger, Compliment 78, 78, Punk Rock 45s, and Oh No, It's Devo on the picture disc.
Egghead and his fucking shit. We're gonna play this. Oh my God, fucking. Oh my God, I died.
Let's go.
I think I'm actually dead right now, actually.
Yeah. Well,
I'm a
don't worry,
ghost.
Ben. You're going to come back with the rest of the LGBT. I forgot. We have to pull the big screen up because I was going to dunk my titty in your beer.
I'm done.
In your beer. One more reference to the hot dog tonight.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special royal proclamation by His Majesty, the King of Cringe.
Oh my God, he's in his bathtub.
Oh. Hello there. Welcome to my royal quarters. I'm just mentally preparing myself.
You're a fucking ghoul, egghead.
Disgusting creature of the bottomless pit, Genesis. By relaxing and getting into the mind of that.
Actual Mania this Friday.
He's got the Cadbury creamers in there.
You see, Jared, there are so many ways that I can destroy you. I can put you on the field, have my archers mow you down. I can have my dogs of war sit on you and chew you.
My dogs of war.
Why?
Egghead, what is this?
Egghead is going full Game of Groans.
Yeah.
For your destruction of doom. No, but I think I have a better way of destroying you. No, you see, Jared, I have a better way. I see you as nothing like this chocolate little egg. I will unravel you piece by piece by piece, mentally and physically. And then, when all said is done...
All said is done. When all said is done.
Pose and naked, just like this little egg. And by the end of it all...
You can hear the crunch. You can hear the crunch when he crushed it.
That's the egg rage. Do you remember, like, you used to post these memes where it was like urge to kill rising.
Right there.
Urge to kill rising.
The egg rage.
Yeah.
I will crush you within my grip. I will smear.
Okay, chill out, Amber Heard.
Red battlefield trophy. And at the end
Lick
of
your
it all,
fingers. Lick them. Lick your fingers. Lick your furry, chest hair laden fingers. Lick your fingers.
All hail the king.
Thought she was gonna lick those fingies. The king has spoken.
Wow.
That was
He's gonna be taking on Jared Genesis in Actual Mania.
It was highly cringy.
Actual Mania, actually.
Mania situation.
It's our biggest card yet.
The biggest and bestest.
There's even gonna be a free pre-show so you guys can participate.
We're gonna have a quadruple tag team breakdown of the pre-show.
How's voting going on the pre-show? Can only patrons vote, or are we going to let the public vote on that?
I don't know. You can vote if you're a $1 patron, right?
No. It's normally only set at $5.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Because $1 patrons can't see the show, so they would just be voting on whatever.
It's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Can you have voting public on Patreon?
Yes.
Maybe we'll at least make them go log into Patreon to vote.
Yeah. And then if they want to sign up and influence the...
Since you're already there.
Yep.
Ha. We're so good at mind games. We gonna
That was
get
the
your
name.
money.
That was the name of the gaming store.
Mind games that you got.
Yeah.
You got Sarkeesian debt.
No. That was the one in my hometown.
Oh.
When I was a kid.
Oh.
It was called Mind Games.
What happened there?
Like you could.
Oh, you just had fun there?
Yeah.
When
I mean, you
said
could
the
buy
gaming
Magic
store.
cards there. You can buy D&D stuff. You can buy Warhammer stuff, and people could go there, and they had like a huge table to play on, and they would play all kinds of shit on tabletop shit.
All together now.
The Game Place. That was Chris Chan's place that he got banned from, and he tried to go back in. It was like, I've changed a lot.
I think I might have had the coolest game place growing up. Wizards of the Coast had a full game store on the Ave, and it was
that is pretty cool.
Double story. It had like a full like mech video game arcade. You sit in a mech and do the mech games. They had tons of tables downstairs, a small theater. They'd always be playing movies like Star Wars and stuff for people to come sit and watch. Tables everywhere. It was so fucking cool. Big sculptures of like dragons and minotaurs and shit. It was the coolest. And then Hasbro bought Wizards of the Coast, and it closed down shortly afterwards. It was great. It was a beautiful game store. Lovely.
Beautiful game store.
It was beautiful in every way.
Yeah. I remember some of the game cons they had in my hometown that I would go to. They were doing LARPing there too, and people were like beating the shit out of each other with weird like padded weapons. You ever seen that shit?
Yeah. I remember being down at Gasworks Park when people were doing the LARPs.
I LARPed, but it was Vampire the Masquerade. Very different than LARPing.
I think that's a big LARPing community in Los Angeles right now around Vampire the Masquerade.
Really now?
Yeah, I've
that
heard,
was big when I was a teenager.
I've heard there's a big community for it.
Yeah, it was an interesting type of LARPing.
Would you just go out in public and suck people's necks?
No.
What's the point?
Normally we'd go like to the university campus or something at night.
And pretend to be vampires?
Yeah.
What would you do?
I mean, like, it was dumb. Like, Paul's Ego has a story about it too, how we went to a place and LARPed.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to start LARPing. I'm going to do IRL again. And I'm going to LARP as a guy that shits himself everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
And when they call me out for shitting myself, I'm like, oh, I was LARPing, bro. And they're like, then why do you have a load of shit in your pants? It's like, dude, I'm LARPing a guy that shits himself. Yeah, I heard the Vampire Masquerade community is very big in Los Angeles.
That's weird that now, because it's cringe now. Like when I was 16, it was like, oh, this is cool, you know? But
I remember Vampire the Masquerade was a card game around the time that Magic the Gathering was. Yeah, they had a card game version of it.
It was White Wolf Games, and they had Vampire the Masquerade is one of like 4 or 5 different games in the same system. There's there's Vampire the Masquerade, there's Changeling, there's Werewolf. I think there's 2 more.
I think I might have had some cards from Werewolf. Method Lapa. I played Vampire the RPG in my teens, but did not get into the LARPing side.
Mages.
Yeah,
that was another one.
Bruja
Bruja was a clan in Vampire the Masquerade.
There was a Vampire the Masquerade PC
Maybe it was
game.
only 4.
Did I make up the card game? Did it not exist? Maybe I thought it was a card game because I'd see it advertised in all the card game magazines.
This was the company that put it out.
White Wolf Publishing.
Yeah.
Remember there's a card game called Jihad, I think, that was popular in the 90s?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm trying to look up the history of Vampire the Masquerade card game. See if I pulled that completely out of my ass. But there is a card game, but I don't know when it started. Maybe they revived it. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I lie a lot. Maybe I'm tall. I don't fucking know. Jihad was the card game that turned into Vampire the Masquerade, I think. That was the connection.
Trumpster Bob tweeted at me.
Oh, no.
Like 15 minutes ago. He said, "You just get your show ready for me. I'm the first to bring down the so-called clique. I have every name needed."
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I don't know what he means.
Oh, God. Is he going to take down Ocasio-Cortez? Is that the clique? Isn't that all her people? That's the clique? Should we have Trumpster Bob versus the clique an episode? That can't get us banned anywhere. Jihad was the game. Okay, yeah, I think they changed it later to Vampire the Masquerade or something. Or the Internal Struggle. I don't fucking know, kids. This is something special. Spider Cat said I'm a liar. I don't know what I was lying about, Spider Cat, but I think maybe you thought my jokes were truthful. And that's on you. I paint minis and have been kicking around the idea of doing a squad of 40 Warhammer 40k Imperial Guard customizing my favorite YouTube people. You guys, Hannibal Monty and Asterios and Sarancha, are all on the short list. That'd be a cool squad. That'd be a fun squad.
It's weird. I actually unironically play Raid Shadow Legends. I'm kind of addicted.
Yeah, I walked in on you playing it the other day. I thought maybe we had an ad roll somewhere, but you were just like level 50 or 40'd out with everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Ben's actually just killing it.
It kind of plays itself. That's the weird addictive nature of it. It kind of just plays itself, and you kind of like set things into motion.
It's like me with masturbation.
Yes.
And my fat roll just goes over my stomach, so all I have to do is move my legs back and forth. Bob is on a mission from Gord.
From Gord.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost to the end of the show.
This is the end, my friend. Wappy was jealous. It's true.
Wappy's an idiot, right? I mean,
I watched a stream of Wappy the other night, and he was passed out on the ground for hours.
So that was after he was on our stream.
Yeah, people thought he was dead, and they were coming to my inbox saying, "You better check on Wappy. I think he's dead." Time out.
Good night, everyone. See you next time.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.